ลปะการเคารพครูหวยที่สืบทอดกันมาอย่างยาวนานพลังแห่งศรัทธาต่อครูบิดามารดาและสิ่งศักดิ์สิทธิ์เพื่อคุ้มครองให้ตนปลอดภัยลับออกโมกขะนิ่มนวลแข็งกร้าวห้าวหาญนารายณ์กว้างจับเกรี้ยวกราดอาจกล้าท้าทายชนถอยดุดันอันตรายขุนศึกตีหวยฤาษีเหอพระครูเอราวัณนกขุนเข้ากับยันเอราวัณมัดเวียงควายขุนยักษ์จับหักดวงไอยราหักคอเอราวัณยอเขาพระอุโมงค์บ้านเสียงพุทธศาสนาลิงพลิ้วพระรามเดินหนุมานยืนลงน้ำพระรามสงบธรรมหนุมานถวายวัดพ
the legendary Lumpini Muay Thai Stadium. Today we are presenting to you Naris FCC Highland Boxing Promotions ประธานที่ปรึกษานะครับก็คือคุณนฤทธิ์สิงห์วังชาครับพลตรีดำรงศิภขจรบุญนะครับโปรโมเตอร์นะครับคุณสุพนัทจันแรมนะครับ Anasio Bizuti and Mr. Brico Santig. Today we have 5 boxing bouts lined up for you guys and 3 title fights lined up for you guys. Lumpini, are you ready? This first bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of professional boxing at their super lightweight division. Calling first to the ring, fighting out of India, Iswaran Satyamurthy. Welcoming his opponent to the ring, Erge Arwin Konuk. Introducing to you first, fighting out the blue corner, wearing white with yellow trim, hailing out of and proudly representing India, with a professional boxing record of 3 victories with only 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Iswaran Satyamurthy. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing orange, proudly representing Turkey. With a professional boxing record of 11 victories and no defeats, please give it up for the undefeated Erge Arwin Konuk. And your referee in charge of the action once it begins, Ajahn Warawut Deun Khao. And the 3 judges scoring ringside, Mr. Carlos Costa, Mr. Nawaf Al-Mohammed, and Mr. Thanakorn Kantong.
Okay, folks, here we are for the first fight of this evening / afternoon. Myself, Jimmy, joined by Ollie Jenkins. Thanks for being here, Ollie.
Thank you for having me, Jimmy. Happy to work with you.
Likewise. It'll be the first of many, I'm sure. So here we are for the first fight. We will have Turkey taking on India. So Erge Arwin Konuk in the, well, Peter said orange. I'm going to go for the burnt orange / red shorts, taking on Iswaran from India in the white and yellow shorts. Round number 1 underway, scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds.
Good jab exchanges here.
A nice left hand landed upstairs already for Erge. And we know with Erge, he's very calculated as well. We know he likes to get those big left hands down the middle. I mean, we've got a southpaw against an orthodox here. So one thing you'll notice with Erge is he's trying to get that lead leg on the outside of Esperan's lead leg, so he can send that left down the middle.
Good counter uppercut there on the back foot from Satimorti. Oh, and sits the Indian down.
Beautiful hand, and that was a shot we were talking about earlier, Ollie, which is that left hand of Ege, and now I can see his corner telling him to go to the body now. Don't go for the head hunting, just go straight to the body, and this could be an early night for Ege Arinkonuk.
Taking his time, Konuk. He's stalking his opponent, he's hurt him, he's in no rush, 2 minutes left on the clock.
And that's the interesting part here, he's in no rush, he's got 6 rounds to do this if he wants to, or does he want to try and finish it right now? But he's already proven to himself that he's got the power to take out Esperan. Does he want to rush it right now? Does he want to try and pace himself and not punch himself out? You know, we know with Esperan, he's got power in his hands. He's got an interesting jab as well. So Ege is definitely very aware of the jab of Esperan.
And again, he sits him down. I thought Esperan had looked well to recover there. He was firing back. Doesn't look too pleased with himself, Esperan there. Looks a bit annoyed. Still firing back.
I mean, you're boxing in one of the most legendary stadiums in town as well. You've just been down to the canvas twice. I mean, that's one thing you don't want to do, is you don't want to upset anybody who's come to watch you. But another lead right hook by Ege, and that is all she wrote, folks. And that is 3 knockdowns in the first round. And what a great victory for Ege Arinkonuk, looking very sharp. I'll talk you through some of these action replays here. So you can see that left hook that sat down Esperan, and I think that was the second knockdown as well. And it was one of those shots where, although we thought Esperan was already recovered, I think he was still suffering from some of those big shots that he was connected with. And a very quick night for Ege Arinkonuk, a very great victory as well. And we'll see his twin coming up straight after. But here's Peter Denman with the final announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the time of 2 minutes and 16 seconds, your winner by way of first round TKO, fighting out of the red corner, Ege Arinkonuk. And inviting into the ring, Mr. Nalis Singh Wangcha to present the trophy to the winner. And the second bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of professional boxing, also at the super lightweight division of 140 pounds. มวยคู่ถัดไปนะครับก็ชกในรูปแบบสากลอาชีพ6 ยกนะครับน้ำหนักพิกัดไม่เกิน140 ปอนด์ครับรุ่น super lightweight ครับ Calling to the ring, fighting out the blue corner, Sachin Deshwal.
Okay, folks, we are here for the second fight already, straight in after that quick victory from Mr. Ege Konuk. But now making his way to the ring, finding his way to the ring. But of course, the longer we wait, the longer we get to see these fabulous dancers. But all the way from India, we have got Sachin Deshwal about to make his way to the ring for this super lightweight fight scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Now, we just saw in the first fight, we did not need 6 rounds. In fact, we didn't even need 3 minutes. The man from Turkey put his opponent away very quickly. However, Sachin Deshwal, 6 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. The man is unbeaten. Taking on, of course, Efe, who has never been beaten. He's only had 1 draw, which is the closest he's had to a defeat. So whose will go today? We will find out. I mean, it could be a draw. Then nobody's has left them. But of course, the dancer's keeping us entertained. And here he is. The man has appeared through the smoke. The man from India, ready to make his way to the ring. We saw him warming up before this fight. He looked very cool, calm and collected. He did not look like someone who was ready to take on a fight. He was just sat in the changing room, almost like meditating to some extent, just not worried at all. I've seen him fight before. He can put on the performance when he wants to. Mr. Sachin Deswal.
Welcoming to the ring, his opponent, F.A. Derwin Konuk.
And now in the red corner, we have F.A. Derwin Konuk, who is from Turkey. And as Jimmy has pointed out before, he is the brother of Ege Konuk, who we've just seen fight, who put away the teammate of Sachin Deswal away in the first round. Making his way to the ring now. Jimmy, do you think we're looking to see a repeat?
I mean, it's an interesting thing because now Sachin has got to
Introducing to
worry
you first, fighting out the
what he's just
blue
seen to
corner,
his team.
wearing
But let's say
white
Peter
with yellow
Devon right
trim.
now with the
The
introduction.
professional boxing record, a perfect one, 6 victories and no losses. Hailing out of and proudly representing India. Please give it up for Sachin Deswal. And his opponent finding out the red corner and wearing red. With a professional boxing record, a perfect one. 10 victories with no defeats. And only 1 bout even. Hailing out of and proudly representing Turkey. Please give it up for F.A. Derwin Konuk. And your referee in charge of the action once it begins, Ajahn Jurathon Tanakachat. And the 3 judges scoring ringside, Mr. Carlos Costa, Ajahn Thanagon Kantong, and Mr. Nawaf Al-Mohammed.
The referee brings the fighters to the center of the ring. We have Deswal wearing the white and yellow shorts, and we have Konuk in the red shorts. This fight will be contested over 6 rounds, super lightweight, 140 pounds. These fighters couldn't look two polar opposites. We got Deswal looking very calm and relaxed. We got Konuk shadowboxing in the corner as his name was announced.
And a very interesting start from F.A. as well. Just takes the center of the ring instantly and starts with that right hand. And the interesting thing about F.A. is he throws his right hand like a jab as well. He uses it as a rangefinder. He just pops it out there. Very similar right hand to Floyd Mayweather. Just throws that right hand like it's a jab. He doesn't, he doesn't showboat it at all. He just flicks it out there and it lands very well for him so far. Sachin's definitely got a difficult opponent in front of him.
Yes, great example of that right hand. We see that straight away. Just comes out, no build on it. Doesn't lift the elbow, straight down the center line. There we just pops him in the face.
100% exactly that right hand we were talking about. It doesn't need any wind-up. He just flicks it out there, and the shot you do not see are the ones that hurt the most. But you can see these two twins, these fighters, fantastic boxers, but a very different style indeed.
Good, see Konuk working. And then when Deswal looks to counter, he hops back.
So F.A. here just very much in control this fight, it looks like. But obviously we see with Deswal, he's very slick. He's got a good jab. And the thing with Indian fighters is the way they throw their shots is somewhat unorthodox. Now, I'm aware he's in a southpaw stance, but what I mean is they throw it from very odd angles. And there we see it right now. The angles they throw the shots are always very different, which is what upsets a lot of fighters because they'll sometimes get hit with shots that they thought were not possible.
Yeah, very unorthodox here from Deswal. Hitting from all angles, a lot of looping shots, not firing as straight as Konuk here.
And of course, we're going to call Konuk F.A. just for now because he has got a twin with the exact same name as well. A beautiful right hand upstairs from F.A. right now.
Just tags him again with that right hand. That's money. Just pops it straight out, knocks his head back. Nice left hook here.
Beautiful left hook. And the thing with F.A. right now, he's using every tool to beat a southpaw right now. He's using everything perfect. He's using that right hand like a jab, and he's throwing that left hook to set up that right hand as well. Because, as you know, if you throw the left hook, your opponent has to move away from the shot, and the shot that they walk into is that right hand. So you'll start to see that F.A. will start throwing in a few more left hooks now to start moving his opponent into his right hand.
Looking very calm and relaxed, happy to stalk his man down. Throws that right hand out. And then when he throws these looping shots, he's just jumping back out the way. Good work here from FA.
And we do see that Deshwal is just on that back foot. But the thing with Deshwal is he's calm on the back foot. He is okay with the back foot because he throws looping shots. Those looping shots are a lot better on the back foot rather than fighting in close. But there we hear the clapper. And that is the bell for the end of round number 1. And a very different round in comparison to the first fight we've just seen as well. So a very interesting round for both of these fighters. I mean, it wasn't as, one-sided as we saw in the first fight, where we saw, of course, Ege Konuk taking on someone from the same stable. We've now got F.A. Konuk, who has got a very different style. He stalks his punch. We'll see with those action replays that we've just had cut short, but it was some very nice right hand throughout that entire round, and I think that was the story of that round. It was that right hand upstairs and mixing it in with the left hook as well. But you notice with F.A. as well is he's very relaxed with his guard and his punches as well. He doesn't throw much power behind him early on in these fights. He likes to mix things up. You will see these action replays here. So we see that Deshwal was flicking out that jab, and there's that left hook we were talking about from F.A. He's throwing that left hook, and every time he throws that left hook, he is forcing Deshwal into his trap, and the trap is going to be that right hand, which is going to disguise as a jab as well. But here we are going into round number 2, scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds.
Very good first round from FA. Good, sharp shots in that first round. We see as the fight goes on, can he maintain this guard? Will Deshwal's game plan of throwing more unorthodox shots, looping shots work? He backs up FA now.
And here we see just Deshwal coming forward with some very aggressive hooks to the body and head. I mean, to be honest, I think that's what Deshwal has to go for. He has to mix things up. What has he done to change his game plan up here? Because that first round, he had an okay round, but he was still getting pieced up by FA by that right hand and left hook as well. But I think Deshwal has to do something a little bit odd here to try and upset FA's rhythm.
Started coming forward at the beginning in this round. He looked like he had a lot more success, but now he's back on the back foot. FA coming forward, popping out them single shots, looking to back him up against the rope.
Some great right hands downstairs landed by FA as well. I mean, I really like the way FA boxes. He's very relaxed, he's very calm, he's so calculated as well. He doesn't throw unnecessary shots. I mean, I would like to see his punch output and his accuracy as well, because to me, every shot he throws is very, very accurate, very calculated. He doesn't throw shots for the sake of it. He only throws shots that he knows are going to be landing well. And there we see a great rear uppercut to the body landed by FA.
Very sharp single shots from FA. We're not seeing many 2-shot combos, not even 3-shot combos. But I think this works well for him, where he throws one shot, gets out, where Deshwal's looking to counter-punch him.
And it's very hard to counter-punch somebody like FA as well, like you said. I mean, he's thrown these looping shots, but as you know, the quickest way to the center point or down is just going straight down the middle. It's easier to hit somebody going down the middle than throwing a hook. It's a faster way to the point, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing with FA right now. He's landing these shots cleaner because he's going straight down the middle a lot of the time.
Yeah, great example there. We saw Deshwal throw a looping hook, and then FA come down the center with that straight right, just pops his head back.
And he's trying to counter him with it as well. He knows these hooks are coming. And like we said before, the fighters from India tend to have this style, very unorthodox looping shots as well. When they connect, it connects hard. But it's the fact is, FA here is walking him down with a high guard. He's very aware of these looping hooks, and he's now starting to piece up Deshwal here. Some beautiful combinations, and again, calculated. Lands a combination and takes a back foot, and then tries to calculate when he's going to go in for the attack again.
He's going high, he's going low. He can't wait around too much in front of Deshwal, so it pays dividends when he throws, he gets back out, he comes back in. Especially Deshwal getting caught sometimes, where he's throwing quite wild, quite unorthodox. He's getting caught counter-punched by FA.
And FA is very aware of this too. He knows where these shots are coming from now, and that's why he's just keeping a high guard up, because when you're against somebody who throws shots from a very odd angle, you don't want to get caught by something silly. But a great round by FA. But of course, talk us through some of these replays in just a moment. But it was a great round indeed. What did you make of that round in general?
a really good round for FA. But once again, Deshwell having some success when he manages to back him up. We saw early in the round he pushed forward. I think he done well when he managed to back FA up, throw some work, some really good exchanges here. I feel FA getting the better of the exchanges with that counter hook. Find Deshwell throwing sometimes, leaves his chin in the air a little bit, doesn't tuck his shoulder into the chin. And then the tighter box at FA can just get away with these sharper shots, these counter hooks.
I mean, this is what we love to see in boxing as well. Two very different styles. We've got an orthodox against a southpaw, but we've got a hooker against a straight punch fighter. I mean, to me, Efe, the way he boxes to me is absolutely fantastic. He's very calculated, he's very smooth, very relaxed in there. I mean, very rarely loses cool. I've seen him in a few fights where when he gets clipped, he knows how to take a back foot as well. But he's, of course, got his twin brother in his corner, Mr. Ege Konuk, as well.
Ege there, no time to get his hand wraps off. Straight into the corner work. Hasn't even managed to get his t-shirt on. Maybe if Efe got tired, then Ege could hop in and no one would realise.
That's a very good point. How would we know who is fighting right now? It could be a tag team boxing match. But here we are, round number 2. Turkey taking on India here. Great right hand landed straight away by Efe. So he starts off with that right hand. And like we said, he uses the right hand as a jab. And although it's a great weapon to use against the southpaw, Efe does this against orthodoxes as well. He just flicks the right hand out. It's beautiful stuff.
Good, strong right hand there. Looked like that one had a bit more power in it. Deshwell backed up again, knocks his head back. Some more straighter shots coming from Deshwell, mixing it in with these looping hooks. Sticking that jab out more.
And you can kind of see that, you know, Deshwell isn't really that intimidated by the power of Efe right now because he's still sticking to the same game plan and he's still throwing these looping shots. But at the same time, you've got to be questioning right now, what is Deshwell trying to do to try and win this fight? Because to me, Efe is trying to win this fight. He's just using a very calculated plan to win every round very clearly. Is Deshwell doing the same thing, or is Deshwell going for something crazy to try and knock him out?
I think as the fight goes on, I mean, you just question what Deshwell's game plan was, and I still do not think you have any more answers. That was very bizarre indeed.
Yeah, I mean, I do not know why you would want to stand in front of somebody like Efe and give up your chin. But the great thing here is he didn't lose his cool. I mean, look, I do believe if Efe just wanted to there, he could have just really gone to town. But I think he also realizes he's not going to give in to the game plan that is Deshwell. And I think that is Deshwell's game plan. Do something very odd, do something a little bit crazy, and try and upset the rhythm of Efe. But Efe is way too smart for this.
Yes, definitely in fighting it is a battle of psychology. But those tricks, those games will not always win you the fight, especially when you've got a sharp, tidy boxer like Efe. And that is the end of round 3.
Very nice round by Efe. A very awkward round, I would say, by Deshwell. I mean, look, for entertainment value, Deshwell did what he had to do. But as a boxer, you should not be giving up your chin. You should not knowingly allow your opponent to hit you. There was a big right hand, and here we see the action replay where Deshwell gave up his chin and allowed Efe to tee off on him and trying to pretend that these shots are not hurting. And, you know, it's that classic thing of the shots you do not see are the ones that usually knock you out. But at the same time, Deshwell could have even taken a 10-8 round there for the amount of shots he was taking, and also he was getting beat in that entire round. Look, entertainment value for some people that might be entertaining, but if you're a boxer, the art of boxing is to hit and not get hit. Deshwell has kind of got the opposite here, and you know, I'd be very worried. If I'm in his corner, I'd be telling him right now, if you do something crazy like that again, I'll be taking you out of the ring. You should not allow your opponent to get hit like that. That is so dangerous in boxing.
Yes, very much so. You cannot afford to play around when you're against someone of a high level like Efe. Even if these shots do not hurt, is not winning you the fight. And accumulation as well. All it takes is something to just tip you over the edge. You do not want to give any shots away for free.
And like you said, they're not hurting him right now, but we know tomorrow he's going to be hurting for the next 3 days after those shots. Once the adrenaline wears off, those shots are going to be hurting. And we see some beautiful right hands down the middle landed by FA already. So FA just marches Deshwell down. A beautiful right hand upstairs as well. FA just finding the target. Look how calm he is, nonchalant in the ring, but definitely a vicious fighter at the same time.
Seems to have a lot of variation on that backhand. Sometimes he pops it out like a jab, like you said, and then he loops it a little more and sticks a bit more power. And you see when it just knocks Deshwell's head back. That is what's making Deshwell respect him.
Perfect observation, and it's exactly what he does. He throws different variations of that right hand, different tempos. He'll throw it light, he'll throw it hard, he'll throw it from a slightly different angle, and that's why that shot is landing every time. It's a beautiful right hand because he just flicks it out there, but he's always finding the target. I mean, the accuracy of FA to me is absolutely next level. You very rarely see a fighter be this accurate. I mean, he throws single punch combinations a lot of the time, but even there, a 4-piece combination, every shot landed clean to the body and to the head. The referee to me is looking at this fight very closely, because what is Deshwell doing to win this fight? What is he doing to defend himself correctly? To me, he's doing absolutely nothing, and the referee should be looking at this closely, or at least the corner of Deshwell. What are you allowing your man to do right now?
And fatigue does not only come from just throwing punches. Lovely left hook there and another straight right. You can also get fatigued from taking punches. And right now, Deshwell is just getting his head knocked back from the left jab, from the right hand. Lovely left hook there. Now, he looks like he's earning the respect. Nice and calm and collected. FA is in no rush. He's just stalking his man down.
I'd like to see FA just really go to the body now and just really start investing in those body shots, because look, Deshwell's definitely got a chin on him. One thing I can give him credit for is he's got a chin and he's got heart. Something that you cannot teach in boxing is having a chin and having heart, but at the same time he has taken way too much punishment here. I'm surprised the referee is allowing this to go on any longer. The referee should be stepping in, and the towel has gone in. I mean, look, that fight to me went on 1 minute longer than it needed to, but at the same time, Sachin Deshwell was doing just enough to probably impress the referee to keep him in the ring. He was still throwing shots, and I think that was kind of a mirage to just keep him in the fight. But at the same time, we see the fight, we hear the punches. That referee to me just let that fight go on a little bit too long there. But look, it's hard to stop a man like Deshwell who is so proud of himself, and sometimes you need a referee or a corner to really stop the fight for you. But here's Peter
to come and give the trophy to our winner. ขอเรียนเชิญคุณยูริซิสซาโต้จากญี่ปุ่นนะครับขึ้นมามอบถ้วยรางวัลให้กับผู้ชนะด้วยนะครับ Ladies and gentlemen, at the time of 2 minutes and 31 seconds, your winner by way of 4th round KO, fighting out of the red corner, FA Derwin Konuk.
There you see the man from Turkey, Mr. FA Konuk, with the great trophy inside Lumpini Boxing Stadium. A great victory for this young man, and of course, I'm excited to see him fight also again. Great style of boxing.
เราก็ได้ดูมวยสากล6ยกไป2คู่แล้วนะฮะ3คู่หลังจากนี้ก็จะเป็นการชิงแชมป์นะครับแต่ก่อนที่เราจะไปดูมวยชิงแชมป์นะครับเราก็มีโชว์สุดพิเศษนะครับผมจาก FCC Dancer นะครับ We just witnessed 2 boxing bouts, and the next 3 bouts will be title bouts. So before we go to the championship fights, please give it up for our spectacular show, FCC Dancers! Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come as this bout is for the ABF Silver Bantamweight title. Calling first to the ring, out of the blue corner, Vikas Barwash. And now welcoming his opponent into the ring, Highland Gomez.
Of 12 win. And folks, I think our microphones have just come back in, so just to reintroduce Highland Gomez making his way to the ring from the Philippines with a fight record of 13 fights in total, 12 wins, only 1 loss, 0 draws.
Introducing to you first, fighting out the blue corner with a professional boxing record of 4 victories, no losses, and only 1 bout even. Wearing white with yellow trim, proudly representing India. Please give it up for Vikas Barwash. And his opponent fighting out the red corner, hailing out of and proudly representing the Philippines with a professional boxing record of 12 victories and only 1 defeat. Please give it up for Highland Gomez. And inviting into the ring Mr. Brico Santig, Mr. Nalis Singh Wangcha, and Mr. Supanat Chandram. May I please ask everybody to stand up and pay your respects to the fighters' national anthems, please. ขอเชิญทุกท่านยืนขึ้นนะครับเพื่อเคารพเพลงชาติของนักมวยทั้งคู่ด้วยครับ Thank you, Mr. Briko Santik, Mr. Naris Singwangcha, and Mr. Supanat Janram for supporting our FCC Highland Boxing Promotions. This bout is for the ABF Silver Bantamweight title. And your referee in charge of the action once it begins, Mr. Jojo Torres. And the three judges scoring ringside, Mr. Waterwood Duan Kao, Mr. Carlos Costa, and Mr. Tanagon Kantong.
The referee brings the fighters to the center of the ring. We have Highland Gomez from the Philippines. He is in the black trunks with the white stripe against Vikas Bardwatch representing India. And this fight is contested at 122 pounds for the ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title, scheduled for 10 rounds. And now we start the first round. Good jab to the body here from Gomez. Very sharp boxing.
And you know, I've seen Vikas fight before as well. He's got a beautiful jab. He doesn't necessarily have the same style as the other Indian fighters where they tend to for a lot of looping, unorthodox hooks. He's got some nice straight shots, and he's also got an amateur boxing background as well, which is a big difference here. And you can see it already in his jab, but some great jabs by Gomez as well.
Really nice exchanges here on.
Cracking, clubbing right hand landed by Gomez there. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing with Gomez as well. He's landing to the body very early on. The opening round, you tend to have a little bit more speed, a little bit more gas in your tank as well. So I assume he's going to try and pay a lot of investments into that body very early on. Try and take away the gas tank of Vikas.
Gomez starting these exchanges. Vikas looking to counter. Good jabs from both fighters here.
And this is beautiful boxing, exactly what you would expect for an ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title fight. Both fighters holding central ring, and it's just jab for jab right now. It's very much a chess match. You're trying to get your pawns into the middle of the chessboard and try and really state your dominance here. Beautiful stuff from both of these fighters.
Good jab here from Vikas. Keep flicking that jab out. Just misses that right hand. Gomez looking very confident. Both fighters looking good. Good exchanges from both of them.
And you can see they're both going for the same counter punch as well. They're both trying to throw that jab and then flick that right hand, almost turning that right straight into a right hook. And there it is, exactly what we were talking about. Vikas shows that right hand and turns it into the right hook right at the end. So they've both got the exact same game plan right now, which is a beautiful thing in boxing, because when you've got a mirror match, so to speak, it tends to be who makes the first mistake or who is just a little bit less fast on the shot tends to lose the exchanges.
Gomez resets himself. Lovely right hand down the center there. Return with jabs from Vikas.
Nice shoulder roll. You can see as well, Highland Gomez is now starting to change things up as well. He's thrown that left hook onto the right hand. A nice left hook down to the body as well. And this is the body shots we were talking about. Highland Gomez likes to invest in body shots very early on. He's got the gas tank to go an entire 10 rounds, no doubt about it. But does Vikas have that gas tank coming from an amateur background where you're pretty much usually going 4-round fights a lot of the time? It's a testament, can you last 10 rounds?
Lovely variation from here from Gomez. He's going to the head, he's going to the body. He's curling that right uppercut through the guard. Lovely left hook, right uppercut. Overhand there. Good round there. Both fighters back to the corner. We will be back with the action replays.
So very interesting round. So here's some of these replays. We see that exchange very early on. Jab for jab action. And then it's very much who can get their right hand off first and more accurately. So you see with Highland Gomez, he likes to step back and really kind of roll with the punches, take the sting out of the punches, so to speak. And I do think that Highland Gomez edged that round ever so slightly. Although it was a great round for Vikas Barawaji here, I do believe Highland Gomez just edged that round with some more accurate and some more powerful shots being landed. But for those of you watching at home right now, whoever's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, thanks for being here right now watching this fight live at Lumpini Boxing Stadium, one of the best stadiums here in Asia, so to speak. They call it the Madison Square Garden of Asia. It's a great stadium, a great place that you can get down to right now to come watch this fight. But who did you have winning that first round? I'm going to give it on my unofficial scorecard. I'm going to give that round to Highland Gomez.
I agree with you absolutely, Jimmy. It was very tit for tat, but Gomez had the hardest shots, the strongest shots, I believe. And now we start round 2. We have Vikas in the white and gold, and we have Gomez in the black and white.
And we already see Vikas with a very stiff jab to open these rounds as well. So both of these fighters, again, with a great game plan. I mean, I'm loving that double jab. I love the fact that he flicks that jab out. The first one hits the guard, but the second one always seems to get through for Vikas.
Working really well for him. Really good double jab. Maybe if he could stick something on the end.
Great counters in between some of these combinations here. And like you just said, Ollie, it would be nice if he put something on that double jab as well. He's landing the double jab, but then where's that third punch combination? He's got the speed for it. And there's a great left hook upstairs as well.
Yeah, very much now. Vikas, his offense is that double jab. He throws the hook. Oh, lovely left hook, right hand. He's very much looking to counter punch Gomez. And Gomez getting off these combinations, throwing 2 up top, maybe 2 to the body.
It's almost as if he heard you, Ollie, as well, to do something differently, because he's landing the double jab now and throwing the left hook with it. And that is the great thing with a jab as well. You can turn a jab into a left hook very, very quickly. If you've already landed the double jab several times, you now throw a regular jab, and then that second jab is now turned into a hook, and it gets around the guard of your opponent. He's read Highland Gomez beautifully. He knows Highland Gomez is expecting that second jab now. He's now turned it into a hook. Great move by the man from India, Mr. Vikas here.
Yeah, just figuring out his opponent as the fight goes on. You're starting to see these counter shots are looking a lot more sharper as well. Just like that, he throws back the 1-2.
Highland Gomez going to the body, which I like to see, but I think he's getting hit with way too many shots in this second round. Vikas has changed things up, but as I was saying earlier, can Vikas go 10 rounds at this pace? Because you've always got to pretend that these fights are going to go the full 10 rounds. You never know what's going to happen in boxing. Can Vikas keep a pace up like this for 10 rounds? I believe Highland Gomez can, but I'm not sure Vikas can.
And now you got Gomez looking to counter-punch Vikas when he's throwing that jab out. He knows this is a favourite of Vikas to throw that double jab. He's still pressing forward, though. He's back on the offence.
And we see Highland Gomez starting to pick things up here, starting to dig down to the body. But, you know, often in boxing, the body punches don't tend to be favoured on the judges' scorecards. It just tends to be a thing of, like, they like to see the clean punches being landed upstairs a lot of the time, because those hooks to the sides of the body don't tend to land in amateur boxing as well, and it sometimes transcends into professional boxing. But some great combinations now being landed by Highland Gomez. I mean, I think Vikas started this round very strong, but I'm starting to see Highland Gomez starting to pick things up a little bit more now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Good work from Gomez. I do question how much of these shots are landing on the guard, how many are clean, just like that, 2 shots to the guard.
But it's interesting you say that, because if you're a judge and you're on the other side of the ring as well, you might think these shots are landing clean. We know they're not, but as a judge you hear the slapping of the gloves and you're on the opposite angle of the shot. It looks like it's landed clean, but here we are, end of round number 2. Now, to me that was a very close round, Ollie, but you know, talk us through these replays.
Very much 50-50 round. We see that double jab there. Good counter punches from Vikas. When he's pressing forward, he works well. Seeing a lot more variation, but once again, Gomez throwing good combinations, going high, going low, just slipping out the way of these counter punches of Vikas.
I really struggled to split that round, to be honest. I mean, I started off thinking Vikas was absolutely dominating the round, and then Highland Gomez really came alive towards the end. But it's also one of those things in boxing where how you start the round and how you finish the round is usually where the judges like to see it. The middle of that round gives the judges something to really think about for the end of the round. And I think Highland pretty much ended the round stronger, so it depends on what the judges are going to favour here. Now, I always like to make an unofficial scorecard. I think that round could have gone either way. I would have liked to have edged it towards Vikas here. I do think he did just enough for the majority of that round, but I think Highland did less in the opening round, but ended it strong. What about you, Ollie?
I believe Vikas landed the cleaner shots to start off with, though Gomez had more volume at the end. I feel that Vikas was landing the cleaner shots at the beginning of the round, so I'd be more inclined to give that second round to Vikas. And now we are back in the third round.
Some great combinations landed by Highland Gomez, and maybe he feels he lost that round as well. Maybe he realizes he's got to step things up here. Start going to the body as much as you can. You can see that Highland is breathing a lot heavier right now. He's got an open mouth, and often when you see somebody with their mouth wide open, it tends to be a good sign that they're getting really tired.
Yes, starting this first round much more stronger. Can't afford to let Vikas get confident as he did in that second round. He got very confident with that double jab. He started building on it. He was throwing hooks off of it. He was throwing crosses off of it. And Gomez looking to counter punch that overhand right. Just narrowly misses. That jab working well for Vikas.
Yeah, Vikas starting to flip that jab up, but he's also not throwing anything off it anymore like he did in that second round. And this is what my concern was. I think Vikas' pace might be slowing down right now, and I think that's going to be the issue here.
And this guard, Gomez here, very low hands. It's almost like psychologically you're inviting someone in, like he invites Vikas in there to throw. It's like a trap door. It's saying it's there if you want it, you try it, but there might be something there for you. There might be a counter hook, there might be an overhand, and he just rolls off.
Very good observation. I mean, we like to call it the Venus flytrap. I mean, you try and lay something out there, you try and invite them in, but you've got to have a counter punch with it, and this is the point here. To beat somebody with a Philly shell, to beat somebody who likes a shoulder roll, it's smothering the shot when you come in, because single punch combinations is what a Philly shell really does well against. But if you start throwing triple jabs, quadruple jabs, and mixing it up with other shots, it's really hard for a Philly shell to really do anything out here. And I think that's what Vikas is doing here. This is stylistically a great matchup for both fighters, because Vikas' style is somewhat... And there's a beautiful right hand over the top. Hits the shoulder with a jab. Right hand over the top. Great move by Vikas here.
Yeah, Vikas building these combos. And like you say, it doesn't work so well when he's on the back foot. Eventually he's going to run out of space, and Vikas is coming forward, throwing punches in bunches, 3-4 shot combos, and eventually he's getting caught by something. He's running out of space. He can't evade everything, and there needs to be the threat there of that counter punch too, or Vikas is just going to get confident and continue to do what he does.
And that's exactly it, Ollie. It's having the counter punch to make him feel like you can't just keep doing this. But even then, Vikas is getting on the end of these exchanges. To me, he's doing a lot better now in this round. I think Highland started it well. Vikas is now finishing it strong. Final 10 seconds here. Great jab to the body. A right hand to follow.
Good work here from Vikas. Good. And this is the end of round 3. We'll be over to our action replays. What do you think of that round so far, Jimmy?
I mean, I love that round. I mean, you see these action replays. You see Highland started the round very strong, but there was that nice jab to the body, and then that left hook upstairs landed by Vikas. But, I mean, there was that right hand we were talking about where he pushed it back against Highland Gomez. He kept marching forward. He kept throwing more than one punch combinations. I mean, again, to me, that was a very hard round to really score. I mean, we like to make unofficial scorecards here quite often as well. You see Breaker in the corner as well of one of his fighters. Likes to give some great fight advice as well. And that's the great thing about Breaker. He can do it all. He can promote fights. He can give you corner advice. And you see in the corner of Vikas right now, I mean, he's got less people supporting him here right now, but he's doing a great job. But to me, Vikas wins this fight by keeping up the pace. Highland Gomez wins this fight by having a better gas tank. What do you think, Ollie?
I'm starting to be really impressed by Vikas. I think he's starting to put a lot more sting in his shots, and I think he's earning the respect of Gomez now. But brilliant boxing from both fighters. This is a very worthy fight of the ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title. And we start the 4th round. Good right hand there from Gomez. Good work to the body as we've seen so far in this fight.
I'm liking what I'm seeing by Highland very early on in this fight. Highland Gomez just doing a great job right now to start pushing back Vikas, because like you mentioned, Ollie, when Gomez is on the front foot coming forward, he does very well against Vikas. Vikas does well coming forward. Gomez goes well going forward as well. So now it's about, that's why we see so many jabs in the center of the ring. It's a chess game of who can then put their pawns where they want them, and then who can bypass those pawns in the middle. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. It's a very, very tricky chess game right now between these two fighters. A lot of psychology games going on.
Absolutely. You're seeing a change in the guard of Gomez. Before he's standing on the outside, dropping his hands, inviting Vikas to throw. He's maybe learned from the last round that this is not the best game plan. And now you see him with a high guard, marching forward, trying to stand closer to Vikas.
Absolutely, you can see the change in the guard that he's done. Usually, you know, the Philly shell, the shoulder roll is a back foot style of fighting, but then when you come forward, it doesn't work coming forward. Only very few fighters in history have been able to have an aggressive shoulder roll. Of course, you know, you have Tank Davis, who's got a very aggressive shoulder roll. You have James Turney, Andre Ward. They could be an aggressive shoulder roll fighter, but it's very hard to keep going forward with a shoulder roll, and that's what I'm seeing right now with Highland Gomez. He's changed things up here with a high guard, but he's getting clipped as well. He's getting clipped by these counters here.
Yeah, good counter shots by Vikas. He's really shortening them shots, and then there on the outside, that jab works really well. I think this is why Gomez is trying to get closer. He doesn't want to be on the end of these sharp shots by Vikas. He's doing very well close, and then we've gone back, dropping that guard. Good work here, but he can't afford to get caught. There's very good exchanges from both fighters here. As you spoke about earlier, does Vikas have the gas tank? This is scheduled for 10 rounds. We are nearly at the end of our 4th round, and it looks like Vikas is throwing with intent. Gomez looks like he's pacing himself a bit more, throwing more combinations, not so heavy. Is he prepared to go the full 10 rounds?
And that's the classic situation here. The gas tank tends to win fights like this. When you've got similar styles and a mirror situation, you'll tend to have the gas tank win it. Some great shots getting through the middle of the guard here. I mean, this is a great title fight. Exactly what you expect from every title fight. Both fighters landing counters on the inside. Both have got the same idea. I would hate to be a judge for this fight.
Very difficult job tonight the judges have watching this. Brilliant exchanges here, both getting caught. And that is the end of our 4th round. A brilliant round so far. Once again, a very difficult round to score. I would not like to be the judges tonight on this one. This is a very worthy fight. And here we are at Action Replays, seeing some of these exchanges. Good jabs there by Vikas. Very good work from Gomez. Good, just shoulder rolling. Throwing over the top, going to the body. Once again, this fight is for the ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title. It is contested over 10 rounds at 122 pounds. If you're just tuning in, we have Gomez in the black and white shorts representing the Philippines against Vikas Bhardwaj representing India in the white and gold shorts.
A very good round. I mean, I gave that one to Gomez for that round as well. I mean, he came forward, he was aggressive. They both landed some nice counters, some very powerful shots, but Gomez was going forward, and that's what the judges favor as well. They like someone being aggressive. But here we are for the 5th round. We have the Philippines taking on India.
Gomez starting the round again, pushing forward, high guard. And he knows this is the key to his success. He can't be on the outside of Vikas and let him get off them straight shots. He has to be wary of these counters too. Vikas still throwing with some dangerous intent, some venom.
I'm curious what the referee, I mean, look, Mr. Jojo Torres is a very great referee. I think there's some tape loose on the glove. One of the best referees for these fights as well. But he's now biting at the gloves to get that tape off. I like it. No nonsense, straight into the action. Great stuff. And here we are back into the action for this ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title fight.
Efficiency there from the corner man. I don't think he wants to give Gomez any breathing time.
I mean, I would probably want my fighter, if I was Vikas, to have more breathing time. I think the fitness level of Gomez to me is a lot better than Vikas. But then again, we see these loving clubbing shots coming over the top as well. So very lovely stuff by Vikas once again. But I think Gomez is starting to get the timing down. Those jabs to the body, those right hands to the body are starting to get through a lot better now.
As you said earlier about these Indian fighters, wow, good connection there. Good uppercut from Vikas. throwing these unorthodox shots. Even if they don't land clean, sometimes they can hit you on the forearms, they can off-balance you, can create more opportunities. Good straight right hand.
And he's knocking the head back off Gomez here. Now, the interesting thing here, Gomez coming forward is going to be favored by the judges a lot more, because I think Vickers is doing a lot better in these exchanges. I think he's getting a lot better shots off, a lot stronger shots. With that being said, Gomez is the one coming forward. They favor fighters who are the aggressors. They favor the fighters who come forward, and that's a different thing here. If Vickers started coming forward, he would start winning this round a little bit more clearly. A great double jab with a right hand, but the head movement of Gomez, beautiful stuff as well.
Brilliant work there from Vickers, and good uppercut there from Gomez. Still pushing forward. I just feel like sometimes he's almost swimming upstream when Vickers is throwing. It's hard for him to stand his ground. His head's getting knocked back, but still good work. All Gomez needs to do, if he has the gas tank, is keep pressing forward, and eventually Vickers may crumble. He may run out of gas. His power may drop, and he may find the opportunity that he's looking for. Going to the head, going to the body.
Great right hand to the uppercut there. Gomez returned with some body shots as well. Another one of those rounds out where I just don't really know who's winning clearly enough. It's not a clear-cut round of who's winning clearly.
Very difficult to judge this. I mean, I'm enjoying this fight, and I know, Jimmy, you too will be enjoying this. I think everyone watching live on the YouTube now is being treated to a brilliant exchange. Two brilliant fighters. We have the Filipino Gomez versus Vikas Bardwaj from India.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving every second of this round and this fight in general. I mean, it's so close, and it's what you want to see, Ollie. For a title fight, you want to see two people proving that they want it more, and you see Gomez comes alive at the end of round number 5. Another round where, look, I know I sometimes get these things wrong in my own opinion, but I do think Vickers deserves to win that round with the counter punches. The head's being knocked back. You see with these action replays, you know, great head movement there by Gomez, but Vickers, to me, was landing the cleaner counter punches. The aggressor definitely goes to Gomez, but Vickers, to me, was landing the counter punches. And to me, it depends what you like to see and what you think you're seeing, because what I'm seeing right now is Gomez is the aggressor coming forward, taking the fight to Vickers, but I'm also seeing that Vickers is playing Gomez's style and using the counters very well. So to me, the counter punches to me deserve that round. However, I can probably see the judges would give that one to Gomez, and I wouldn't argue with it as well. I think you could flip a coin sometimes and say, look, it's very fair who took that round.
Yeah, once again, that is a very difficult round to score. All I know is these two boxers are doing justice to Lumpini Stadium today. And now we approach the 6th round, scheduled for 10. We'll see as this fight goes on. Jimmy, what do you think Gomez should be doing? He seems to... It's not easy on the outside, it's not easy on the inside, and the same for Vickers.
He's got the head movement to get nice and low. He's got the pivotal movement. He knows how to get his hips moving. There we see it right there. He's got the movement to go to the body, and I think he's just got to keep pushing the pace, but also using the clinch. I don't know why he wants to fight in the center of the ring anymore. I think he needs to start getting his opponent into the corner and making it a little bit more of a dogfight, so to speak, and just start tearing up that body like a bazooka.
He's looking good there when he's the one looking to counter, when he's letting Vickers go first and he's countering with them short shots, those uppercuts, those hooks to the body, putting the pressure on Vickers. And once again, you mentioned that gas tank. This is maybe the game plan of Gomez. Wear him down. More experienced fighter for these longer rounds.
But look, Vickers has definitely impressed me with his gas tank. I'm surprised he's keeping up such a good pace for right now. He's definitely dropped from round number 1 and round number 2. That's not, you know, something that we can't see, but at the same time, he's still finding the counter punch as well. And when you're tired, you've got to go for timing a lot more than speed and power. You've got to rely on your timing being there. But you see Gomez just marching him down, walking towards his opponent. You know, he kind of gives you that Mexican boxing style, walking your opponent down, going to the body like Julio Cesar Chavez used to always do. He would just walk you down. Even if you hit him with 3, he would keep walking you down, going to your body, and eventually take you out.
I mean, Vickers definitely looking like he has more venom in his hands, but the way Gomez is coming forward, all it takes is just one counter punch to the body this late in a fight, and that can just end someone.
Yeah, very good point. All it takes is that one shot to the body when you're tired or when you're coming forward. That body shot really hits hard. But look, I think Gomez is playing the sport of boxing really well here. He's doing what he needs to do to win these rounds. He's coming forward. He's holding a high guard. Now, we know a lot of these shots are getting through. We know Vickers is landing a lot of clean shots. I know that the judges will be favoring Gomez in an exchange like this. I favor the counter punches. I favor the back foot fighters. The judges favor someone going forward. It's easier to judge somebody going forward than somebody on the back foot.
Yeah, good work from Gomez coming forward. I think, you know, he's willing to take some shots to give some back. He throws 2 upstairs, 1 to the body. Sometimes it's these shots that you don't see that hurt you. And then Vickers has that high guard, letting the body shots get through. He's got to wonder how much these are affecting him. Will these affect his gas tank going on?
Great right hand got through there by Gomez. The cracking right hand. I mean, this is what I like about Gomez. He's taken a lot of good shots, but he's also giving back exactly what he takes. He's going to the body. I do not like that his hands are at his hips right now. You've still got to respect the power of Vickers. Vickers has got some strong counters, but some great forward shots landed by Gomez there.
Yeah, lovely right hand there, but he is dropping his own hands a lot. Slips off that jab. And a good round there. And we will be back with the highlights in just 1 second. A brilliant fight so far. Very even in my opinion. Good exchanges here from both fighters. See Gomez working that body, coming up through the guard. Good counter punches from Vickers. Very good counter punching from Vickers. Looks like he seems to be doing more damage. I just wonder how much these body shots are taking a toll on Vickers. They're the shots you don't see. We can't tell how much he's going to be hurting right now. But Gomez seems to be very keen and keep searching for that body. And there we have the ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title. One of these fighters will be walking away today as champion.
And like you said, how many of these body shots can Vickers actually be taking? Because, look, when you're in a fight, it's very hard to know you're getting hit to the body sometimes, and then eventually it's almost like a switch. It just turns on, your legs turn to jelly, and you start to realize that your punches are not really landing the way you thought they would. So it's a delayed response. Can he go these 10 rounds at this pace? We will find out. But here we are for round number 7.
Nice tight guard again from Vickers, but Gomez looking to come around the side of these arms, looking to come up the middle with an uppercut, staying a lot closer, keep pressing forward. Good, doubles it up there and then throws one to the right, 3 body shots.
Great punch combinations and punch selection here by Highland Gomez. Really stepping it up now in this round. I mean, I think this fight is almost 50-50 right now, but I think the way Highland Gomez is coming out in the 7th round is really trying to solidify that he is the champion here. He is the one who deserves that belt. He's marching forward, but he's not just taking shots. He's now marching forward with a jab. He's doing something differently than he did in the previous rounds.
Yes, absolutely. You see him working that jab more, and to me it looks like Gomez has a lot more sting in his hands than the previous rounds.
And that was the gas tank we were talking about. You know when you're tired, Ollie, the punches that you're throwing are not landing clean, and then the shots that you think should be landing seem to be slipping away. So I think, like we said, Gomez's plan, wear the man down and then start landing your counters, keep marching forward. I mean, to me, this is the Highland Gomez round so far, but we're only 1 minute in.
Yes, as you know, Jimmy, you know more than anyone, many fighters over history, their plan is they're losing a fight until they're not. They move forward, they just pressure you, and eventually you crack.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen fighters over time, their strategy has always been, I can take more damage than you, I can wear you out, and then I'll take you out in the later rounds. You know, the fight we spoke about earlier, Carl Froch used to do it, Mickey Ward used to do it. A lot of these fighters, Winky Wright, used to walk you down with a high guard and then just tear you apart with big shots, and I think that's what we're seeing with Highland Gomez. He knows his gas tank, he knows his conditioning is just ever so slightly better. Now, like I said, Vickers isn't bad, he's not exactly that tired, it's just, I think in terms of energy levels, it's not the same as round number 1.
Yeah, definitely. I feel we're seeing him slow down a bit now. The counter punching's not how it was. Good shot selection here from Gomez. You see him go to the body again.
And we see now when he backs up, he just holds a high guard. He's no longer trying to slip and move with these shots. He's just taking the shots on the guard. And when you take punches to the guard, they're still hitting you. Your hands are still hitting you.
Phil Vickers standing a lot stronger than Gomez is. When Vickers is hitting Gomez, he's shoulder rolling, he's catching, and then, you know, that stops his exchanges there. Whereas Phil Vickers is still standing quite strong, in a good position to counter back, steps off with a counter left hook there.
Final 10 seconds of this 7th round. And, you know, to me, I think out of every round we've seen so far, I think this one is very clearly Highland Gomez's round. And we see a little bit of blood trickling out of somewhere, and we'll find out in just a moment. But we're going to go to some action replays here. But to me, that was a great round for Highland Gomez, and we'll see with these action replays here. So you see there was exchanging jabs early on. We saw the counter punches, but you see there with Vickers, there was moments where he could have got the counter off, and it was just missing ever so slightly, and those shots were not missing in the rounds earlier, but they're starting to miss now because he's getting more tired as well. And you see Highland Gomez was getting clipped in some of these replays. I don't think these replays are really giving justice to Highland Gomez. Now, to me, that was the clearest round for me to judge. I've got to give that one to Highland Gomez. So, going into the 8th round, I mean, I've now got Highland Gomez up on the scorecards. However, we see some blood trickling out of the mouth here.
Just looking over to the corner, trying to see if I can see where this blood is coming from. Looking at the advice there in the corner, he's looking like he wants him to throw the body more, throw that right uppercut more. I think the right uppercut is working well, but not always getting through the guard of Vickers. Vickers holding quite a tight guard.
Yeah, I mean, we can see that. We can see that that tight guard is doing a good job for him. But also, you got to remember, when you hold that tight guard, the more tired you get as well, the more your forearms and wrists are going to start slapping you as well.
These fighters do not seem to be slowing down. Always very fast starts to the round. That double jab working well all night for Vickers.
We tend to see a second win from some fighters as well. It takes a few rounds for him to warm up, and I'm starting to see a little bit more activity from Vickers. Highland Gomez going back to his Arturo Gatti style of fighting, walking you down with a shoulder roll, but taking a lot of shots in the process. I mean, Gatti was known for this. He had the shoulder roll style. He would take a lot of shots, but he would never once go down. He would never once take a knee if he didn't have to. He was very much a warrior, and I'm starting to see this with Highland Gomez's style, very much an Arturo Gatti style.
Throwing a lot more volume now, Gomez. Good counter punching still from Vickers. That right uppercut, he's been working that all night, sticking the jab out now. Vickers slowing down a little bit on the counters, look like that. Hit him there a bit.
Nice jab to the body being landed, of course, by Vickers now. And this is the thing, we start to see things slow down. We're in the 8th round. Both of these fighters have gone toe-to-toe the entire fight. A great counter right hand as well, but this version of Highland Gomez is going to win these rounds. He's marching you down. He's making you, he's forcing you to not throw the counters because he's constantly throwing shots upstairs and making you have a high guard, but a great right hand gets through.
Yeah, good boxing here. Another right hand comes over and a third. Just tapping that jab out. Throwing the right hook. Good counter there again from Vickers.
But the issue here with Vickers is I don't think these shots win the round. I don't think these single punch combinations are going to win in the round. Although these counter punches are getting through as well, unless you've got the knockout power to really back it up. To me, I think he needs a knockdown right now to really win this fight, because to me, I think he's now 2 rounds down in this fight.
Yeah, I think the judges may favor Gomez coming forward, showing more aggression, showing more volume, even if Vickers is doing very good counter punching on the back foot. More volume there from Vickers.
35 seconds on the timer here, but to me, Gomez has just done enough to edge this round. Vickers is starting to pick things up, but he's just not doing enough. He needs to start doubling that jab more. He needs to get those right hands going that were working for him. These shots work for him. He lands a combination and then just kind of sits back and watches his progress. We saw in the first 3 rounds, Vickers would follow him up with triple jabs and right hands. Now we're starting to see these combinations get less and less.
And to the end of the round here, you're seeing Gomez throw and then get out of range of Vickers, and that worked very well at the end of the round there for him. And we will go over to the highlights from this last round. Good work there from Gomez, good combinations. Sometimes just turning his head to the side. Getting clipped a little bit, trying to shoulder roll. Vikas with these good counters. Not the cleanest punch. But good work nevertheless from our man from India, Vikas Bardwatch. Very nearing the end of this fight, which has been a brilliant fight so far to watch. Two men very deserving of this ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title. Going into the 9th round. Good high guard from Gomez. Seeking the body out again. Right uppercut.
We see the hooks now starting to be utilized a little bit more by Vikas. He wasn't really utilizing them in the later rounds. He started to kind of just go back to a straight punch, which is a great tactic, but I think he needs to mix things up here. When someone's got a high guard, go around the guard with these hooks as well.
Yes, he's had some success, but I feel sometimes maybe just catching Vikas on the arms. We're not seeing him, and there we see him throw to the body more. Good, tapping the punches out. Vikas still on the back foot, pumping that jab out. Good counter punching there. Good.
Some nice combinations being landed by Gomez, but we see the same thing here with Gomez. He comes forward with his hands down low, which is usually a sign of he's very tired, but he knows he's got to do something. And the punches Gomez is throwing right now don't have as much as a sting behind them. He's almost peppering, or, you know, something that we call in the business is shoe shining. Shoe shining is where you basically make it look like you're throwing lots of shots and lots of damage, but you're just doing it to impress the judges. Joe Calzaghe would do it. Sugar Ray Leonard was notorious for shoe shining his opponents to make it look like he's dominating the fight.
And I think sometimes you could just throw like 3 of those shots and then throw a powerful one on the end, which we've seen him do a few times. Just tap at that guard and then throw a powerful hook, throw a powerful body shot. Not looking so stable on his feet now. Gomez looking tired. Vikas still looking okay on the back foot, but once again, both of these fighters very fatigued now in this 9th round.
To me, Vikas is landing the crisper shots in this round. Both fighters look very tired, but to me, Vikas is the one winning this round with some of the nice counter punches he's throwing in between. And like you said, it's throwing those combinations and adding something tough on the end of it. And you see some big right hands now getting through from Gomez, and you can tell Gomez's corner is telling him you need to go forward with the power shots. Great right hand by Vikas.
Yeah, no stopping Gomez. He has been pushing forward for the last 5 or 6 rounds. Good combos there. Takes a few from Vikas still.
Another close round here, Ollie. I mean, we've only, to me, had 2 rounds which are quite obviously Highland Gomez. Every other round, to me, has been so close. It's very hard to know who's winning this fight. But, of course, we see it from every angle. We see every counterpunch that actually lands. The judges are probably only seeing one side of the fight sometimes.
Yeah, this round hard to score, but I think though Gomez is going forward, Vikas may be throwing the harder, cleaner shots.
And that's the interesting thing here. To me, Vikas is landing the better shot. Gomez is the one taking the fight to his opponent, but some big clubbing right hands over the top. 10 seconds to go of this 9th round.
And a good end there to the 9th round. We will be looking at the highlights of this 9th round. One more round left, and someone will be crowned the new ABF Silver Super Bantamweight title.
I mean, I'll take you through some of these replays here. So we saw some nice inside boxing by Gomez. We saw some nice double jabs being landed by Vikas here. And there was that left hook for left hook exchange on the replays. And here's where Vikas started to put some combinations together. But Gomez also doing a good job to constantly keep this fight in. I mean, Gomez took the fight to his opponent, kept marching forward, kept forcing the counters as well. I mean, to me, you either go... you could even call that fight, that round, a draw. It's very hard to call it because, to me, both fighters landed some great shots. Vikas, to me, landed the better counter punches. However, Gomez landed and took the fight to Vickers, which is what I like to see as well. So I think the judges will give that one to Gomez, but I think you could kind of take it either way or give that round a draw. I think it was incredibly close.
Very close round indeed. I feel this 10th round is for anyone's taking. Both fighters need to come out and try win this round because I believe this fight is very close so far.
It's close on our scorecards, but is it close on the judges' scorecards? We know the judges favor fighters who come forward and take the fight to their opponent. We know that Vickers has landed some cleaner counter punches, so to speak. So it's one of those interesting things, Ollie. We know what we're seeing, but what the judges are seeing is not going to be the same thing.
Vickers looking like he's picked up the pace now, like he's willing to come forward and exchange. Maybe he knows, maybe his corner are telling him you need to go out, you need to knock him down, or you need to knock him out, you need to win the round. Seeing a higher pace from Vickers, not just marching back now.
And I think a knockdown for either this fighter is what they need to be sure that they're winning this fight, because this 10th and final round, I mean, although I've got this fight very even, I am still edging it to Gomez right now. I do think he's winning this fight. This 10th round needs to be a strong one for Vickers, and a great right hand followed up by a left as well. And a great left hand gets through. Gomez looking like he's wobbling ever so slightly.
Good work there from Vickers, but you have to ask, how much do they have left in the tank? A lovely 1-2 down the center.
How much do you have in the gas tank for this title fight as well? Your final round of a title fight, you need to give it everything you've got. It's not the case of whatever you don't do now, you're going to regret later. You've got to push the pace. Gomez now starting to go on that front foot. Vickers needs to do the same thing.
Gomez showing no quitting him whatsoever, still pushing forward. Vickers backs him up.
Gomez with a nice clubbing right hand. I'm like what I see with Gomez. He looks very calm. He looks very cool here. He's not getting overexcited by the action of Vickers, but Vickers still putting these pieces together, landing some good shots, but Gomez comes alive with a good combination. Vickers returns.
Yeah, good work from Gomez going forward there. Good combination, good counter punch, uppercut there from Vickers. Uppercut returned by Gomez. This is a very exciting end to the round here. 1 minute left, and then we will be crowning a new champion.
I mean, it is a case right now to me. Who wants it more? Who's put the more rounds in the gym? Who's done the harder training? Great left hook by Highland Gomez to end that exchange. 30 seconds to prove yourself. Who wants it more? I just think Vickers is not doing enough there. I think Highland Gomez going forward, forcing the action, is just enough to win it here for him. 20 seconds to prove it here, Ollie.
No quitting Gomez here, always pushing forward, standing strong, happy to trade with Vickers. Good counter punching here. We have 10 seconds left in this round. Vickers coming forward, emptying everything. Got the man on the ropes, he hits him with a good right hand, and that is the end of this ABF Silver Superweight Bantam title fight.
Ollie, I've got to give that round to Vickers here. I mean, talk us through some of these replays.
Yeah, Vickers finishing very strong there. You see at the beginning of the round, he's pushing forward, meeting Gomez in the middle. Good combinations here, good counter punching. Gomez just with his hands down there, eating a few on the chin, even if they're not hurting. The judges are looking at this. Vickers is scoring. Good counter punching there from Gomez. These two coming down to this last round, happy to trade exchanges. Two warriors. Absolutely brilliant fight. Very title worthy. I've enjoyed this fight very much. Happy to be here with you, Jimmy, witnessing it.
I mean, look, I gave that final round just for that. Two big exchanges in that round where we saw Vickers nearly put Highland Gomez away. There was moments twice in that fight, in the middle of the round, at the end of the round. I gave that final round to Vickers. However, did Vickers do enough? I think it was 2 rounds where there were 2 rounds which could have gone either way, and that's exactly what we're about to find out in just a moment. So, look, I think this fight could go either way. I think Highland Gomez may have just edged this fight personally, but at the same time, we're going to find out now with Peter Demon with the official announcement after all the scores have been counted up. But what a fight.
First judge, Mr. Waterwood Duan Kao, scores it
94-96 for the red corner. Judge number 2, Mr. Thanakorn Kantong, scores it 94-96 for the red corner. And the third judge scores it, Mr. Carlos Costa, 94-96. And your winner, by way of unanimous decision, the new red corner, Highland Gomez. The new ABF Silver Bantamweight Champion, Highland Gomez. Congratulations, Highland Gomez, the new ABF Silver Bantamweight Champion. And thank you, Mr. Nlising Wangcha and Mr. Brico Santig. And after this, we have the Chut Yok Chert Krabuan Muay Thai coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the spectacular show from Son Sin. Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is for the WBO Oriental Heavyweight Championship. Calling first to the ring from the blue corner, Narong Phum Rakson.
Knuckles blast, LSP Sudi blast, and best any champ. Undisputed bruiser, put them all in a trance. Heavyweight thunder, ring it up with them belts. Stop them out cold, challenger's gonna melt. The hammer drops hard, yo,
Making his way to the ring now, we have Narong Phum Rakson representing Thailand. He has 9 wins, 2 losses, and 1 decision. This fight is scheduled for 10 rounds at 225 pounds. It will be contested for the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title.
Unbeatable stance, he wrote the book.
Welcoming his opponent to the ring, Alessio Bizzuti.
Okay, folks, the man we've all been waiting for, about to make his way to the ring. The man from Italy, Alessio the Hammer Bizzuti, with a professional fight record, a perfect fight record of 10 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. Ready for this 10-round affair, 3 minutes apiece, the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title fight.
Inviting into the ring, Mr. Leon Panonzilio, and the promoter, Mr. Brico Santig, and the promoter, Mr. Supanat Janram, and Mr. Narising Wangcha Papa Wongkan Muay. Into the ring, please. This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds for the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title. May I please ask everybody to stand up to pay your respects to the national anthems of the fighters. ขอเชิญทุกท่านยืนขึ้นนะครับเพื่อเคารพเพลงชาติของนักมวยทั้งคู่ด้วยครับ
All
Introducing to you first, fighting out the blue corner. Professional record, 9 victories, 2 losses, and only 1 bout even. Hailing out of and proudly representing Thailand. Please give it up for Narong Pumrakson. And his opponent fighting out the red corner, wearing blue. Hailing out of and proudly representing Italy. With a perfect professional boxing record of 10 victories and no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the undefeated Alessio Bizzuti. And the supervisor, Mr. Leon Panonzilio. And the referee in charge of the action once it begins, Mr. Sawing Tawikon. And the 3 judges scoring ringside, Mr. Suratsoi Krachang, Mr. Mikin Somon, and Mr. Sangwon Klang Boran.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the referee has his final words with the fighters, we have Narong Pumrakson in the brown shorts, 9 wins, 2 losses, 1 decision, and he will be taking on the man, the mountain that is Alessio Bizzuti. Has a perfect record of 10 wins. He's representing Italy, and this fight will be for the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title, scheduled for 10 rounds, and we are set to go with our first round.
So you can see already Alessio just behind that jab. And we saw with his previous fight as well, he remained calm. He's kept a nice pace and then eventually took his opponent down in the later round. So Alessio Bizzuti has definitely developed that jab so far. Alessio in the blue shorts, Narong in the somewhat tiger shorts, camouflage shorts.
Good jab there from Alessio. Backing up Narong looking composed.
And we know with Alessio, he sets up that right hand. The reason he's called the hammer, because when it lands like a hammer, and you cracked him, and you see it crack him to the body and to the head as well. So Alessio just keeping that old school style of boxing, that high jab, and as soon as the jab lands, he comes in with a right hand to the body and to the head.
Just a giant of a man is Alessio Bizzuti. Backing up Narong looking composed. That jab comes out from Alessio.
And that's what Narong needs to be. He needs to be composed. He needs to be relaxed. When you've got such a mountain of a man coming at you with what is known as the hammer, you've got to stay relaxed. If you overreact, that's when it's all over. So Narong doing the right thing here, staying calm, but he needs to get away from these corners. When Alessio gets you into the corner, when he gets you against the ropes, that's where he's the most dangerous, when you've got less movement.
Yes, you cannot make no mistakes at this weight, 225 pounds. Narong's backed up again. May not look big on the camera, but in real life, these are 2 giant men.
Absolutely, and it's that interesting thing where the shots don't need to land clean. As long as they hit, they're going to hurt. When you're this heavy, when you're this strong, every shot can end the rounds, can end the fight. And we see Narong got some nice jabs to the body, but these are the clubbing right hands that we know are from Alessio Bizzuti.
Yes, good jabs here from Narong, but he needs to be careful. He can't run out of space. As you said, any shot at this size can put someone away. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It does not have to be clean. All it has to do is clip you, and you are going to sleep.
And we see Alessio just behind that right hand every time, but a nice shot to the body landed by Narong, going to the body, but Alessio comes in at him and tries to land that right hand upstairs. But this is a calm version of Alessio Bizzuti. The original Alessio would just charge at you like a bull and try and take you out in the first or second round. This is a new version of Alessio. He is very much more calm. He gets behind his jab. He believes in his jab, and then he believes in that big hammering right hand. And there it is again, the right hand upstairs.
Yes, a good and calm collective start, and that is the end of the first round. We will look at the replays from this round coming up now. Here you see Alessio doing good work in the corner. Narong with some good defense there though. puts that lead hand out to smother that hook. Good work to the body of Alessio, pumps that jab out, and a big right hand there, big clubbing right hand from Alessio.
And we almost see with Narong, he's almost got that Muay Thai style to block the shots coming in. He kind of holds his right hand and he keeps that left hand out, very leveraged. Like you said, it's there to block the shots, but it's also to prevent your opponent coming forward. The interesting thing about Alessio is I don't think he cares about your jab that you're sticking out. He's just going to come forward. He's going to swap that hand down. He's going to hit you with a right hand. But that's the interesting thing here. It is just a case of, can Narong outlast the hammer? Can he dance around until the later rounds and then really test the stamina of Alessio Bisutti? Because, like I said, Alessio is used to ending you in the very early rounds, but he's now a very calm version of that, so he's reserving his energy for the later rounds too. A very interesting matchup so far.
Yes, Alessio looking calm, pumping that jab out, that lead hand's coming out, he's just controlling. As you said, good long guard there from Narong, but like any guard in boxing, there's the pros and cons to it. He's stopping Alessio out there, but he's leaving his body open. And then Alessio just slowly marching forward, stalking his opponent. Good combo there, thudding shots.
And that's the difference here. These shots are not landing clean, but they are landing, and it, like you said, you can hear the shot. Those shots to the body, those shots to the head, it doesn't need to land clean, but once it does, it hurts, and that jab snap in the head back of Narong.
Good stiff jab there from Alessio. And as we spotted, with that long guard, he keeps that left hand out, but Alessio there threw a thudding right hand to the body, so we can't afford to keep that left hand out too much.
And a classic combination by Alessio is he hits you with a jab, he goes downstairs with the right hook, and then he comes upstairs with a right hook as well. He's trying to get you to bring the guard down. He wants you to bring your guard down, then he cracks with the right, and there it is again.
Good, and Narong just keeping control there with the jab, but head knock back there. It's a dangerous game to play. How long can he keep this up for? How long can he move around? These are two very giant men.
But you see Narong going to the body, landing some nice right hooks and a big right hand upstairs by Alessio. And this is what Alessio does. He gets you into the corner. He always finds a way to get his opponent into the corner. Big right hand over the top as well. I'm surprised Narong took that one so well.
Yeah, ate that shot very well. That was a big shot there. Alessio still marching forward. Looking for that body again.
And I like the body shots being landed by Alessio as well. And like you mentioned, it's that long guard that gives up the body so easily. So to me, Alessio is taking the shots that are necessary. If the body is there, take it with full stride and crack down as hard as you possibly can. But you see these right hooks to the body, almost like when George Foreman used to wing shots at you. It wasn't accurate, but it was landing to the body, and that was all that was necessary here. Big left hand upstairs by Alessio.
Yeah, the left hook's going to be good here. You see, Narong keeps that right hand down a lot. He pumps the jab out, so he opens the gap for the right body shot. Left hook, smothering him there. Alessio stalking the man down.
And you probably saw Narong try to clinch there, and Alessio was not having any of it. Alessio just pushing him away, and that's where Alessio wants to be. Getting you against the ropes, getting you into the corner, and then just going to town with a big right hand. Narong gets underneath it, holds central ring, and Narong wants to be in central ring. Narong needs to get behind the jab, hold central ring, and try and get to the later rounds. But these are the big right hands. Final moments of round number 2.
Good straight right hand there from Alessio. I think that hurt Narong. He's doing very well to survive. Can he stay in this for the last 10 seconds here?
Clubbing right hand landed by Narong as well. So Narong starting to throw shots back in a very similar fashion as well. A great round for both of these fighters. We're going to go to some action replays in just a moment. So here you see that clubbing right hand attempted, and Alessio just went to town. I mean, this just reminds me of the old school George Foreman, who would walk you down and just start clubbing you to the body, into the head. He wouldn't try and land clean with the fist. He would just swing what he can, and he would club you to the rib cages, to the chin, to the shoulders, because when you're as big as Alessio Bisutti, a shot doesn't need to land clean for it to hurt you. It just needs to land. And I think Narong is now looking across the ring and realizing Alessio's got more energy than he realized.
Yeah, Alessio looking very good. And as you mentioned, it doesn't have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to look perfect. When people are this size, they're not able to perform like the smaller fighters we've seen. And we've had a history of this, a history of heavyweights that throw shots like this, strong clubbing punches, world champions who perform exactly like this. Very dangerous.
A very, very nice round by Alessio once again. I think Narong has just got to start believing that jab just a little bit more. Start getting that jab going. Start doing what you need to do and just kind of keep pumping that jab out. Holding central ring. As soon as you get into that later start where you start getting into the corner, into the ropes, that's where you're at a disadvantage.
And that overhand right now again from Narong. He landed that a few times towards the end of the last round. And now Narong looking to counterpunch Alessio. Good jab there, good body shot.
Great right hand landed by Narong there as well. I mean, he caught Alessio as he comes in. The thing with Alessio is he's always coming forward, but when you come forward, it's very easy to keep your chin exposed. If Narong can step back with a jab and then throw that clubbing right hand, he will catch Alessio. And Alessio has been known to get clipped in his fights before, but he always seems to come back and prevail. It always seems to help him out. When someone hits him hard, he always seems to come back and get you even more.
Alessio pumping the jab out now. Big overhand right. Still stalking Narong down. Left hook. Narong back in the corner. Seems to be comfortable so far. Good ring IQ from Narong, just circling off. But he cannot do this forever. Can he do this for 10 rounds?
Yeah, and that's the right thing here. Narong is fighting the right way. However, he's still not winning the rounds. I mean, you've got to give Alessio something to worry about. Sometimes you've got to land your combination and then just completely get out of the way. Start using your angles, really try and circle around your opponent. But to me, Narong is surviving and not winning. Alessio is winning the rounds here.
Yeah, he may be landing the shots, but they do not seem to be deterring Alessio. He's still happy to come forward. Good combination there from Alessio.
And you see Alessio sticks to the same game plan. Doesn't get overexcited, does not take liberties. He just waits for those moments. As soon as he gets you in a situation like you're back against the ropes, he just starts clubbing you with right hands. He'll go to the body, he'll go to the head. He will force the right hand to land where he wants it to land.
Good jabs from both fighters here. Narong tries to go for the body, jab up top. Locks into the clinch now. Referee breaks that.
A very respectful clinch as well. I mean, both fighters know that they do not want to get hit on the break here, so they respect each other on that clinch break. Very nicely done. Alessio still marches forward with a nice high right hand. He's expecting the jabs coming through. He keeps swatting those jabs down, and he's trying to counter the jabs. A big right hand gets through from Narong, but a right hand to the body here, and he's now got him where he wants him.
And then clinch broken there again. As you say, the right hand's very tight, but the left hand, he's just feeling that range out, which is giving Narong the opportunity to come with the overhand right. Alessio shakes his head, says no, the body shot didn't hurt.
And you know what they say, when you shake your head, it means it's got through. And it's kind of just one of those things where a big left hand and a right hand. Clean shots to end that round for Alessio Bisutti. The hammer coming out clean, and we're going to go into some action replays here, Ollie.
Good overhand right there from Narong, which we've been talking about. Good example there of that jab from Alessio. Good left hook, fighting body shots. I think Alessio's working very well when he throws these combinations, but needs to not get tagged. Throughout these highlights, you're seeing this overhand right coming from Narong. Good work there. I think Narong was lucky to survive in that last round, got saved by the bell. We're going into our 4th round of the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title. We have Narong Pumraksong in the camo brown shorts representing Thailand against Alessio Bisutti in the blue shorts representing Italy.
And that was a great end to the round as well. Like you said, it almost was a situation of being saved by the bell. You kind of know that the 10 seconds are about to go up, so you kind of take your foot off the pedal, and I think he just took his foot off the pedal a little bit too much there and got hit with some very big shots towards the end. And that he's now felt the power of Alessio. He now can take it two ways. He can now say, I know how powerful he is and I can take it, or I do not want to get hit by this ever again.
Yeah, you have to question the mentality going into this round. Alessio knows he can hurt Narong, and Narong's been hurt. Bit more of a tentative start from both fighters. Narong flicking that jab out.
I think Alessio is now starting to load up that right hand. You can see the less he throws it, the more he wants to get it out. And there it is, the right hand to the body. He's locking it, he's loading it. He knows it got through in that final moments of the last round. He now wants to try it again. But in the opening rounds, people tend to be more fresh.
And the wrong, I feel, really respecting Alessio's power. Really working on his rim craft here. He does not want to get caught in corners. Just keep a lot more distance. A good right hand there from Alessio.
And you can see the neck crank there by Narong. He definitely felt it. The jab snapping back the head. And you can see Narong knows these shots are getting through. And it's now getting to the point where Narong has got to do something different here. He's getting hit with some clean shots by Alessio. Alessio's found his timing and his range. And if you're getting beat by Alessio in the center of the ring as well, and also against the ropes, you've now got to realize that your game plan is not working. Narong needs to do something differently because Alessio's jabs are landing.
That jab is working very well for Alessio now. He's earned the respect of Narong. He nods his head, it got through. Looping shots, but stick to these straight shots for Alessio. They seem to be doing very well off the left and the right.
I mean, Alessio is known to just go very much for the head when he's got his opponent hurt. There's times where he could just go straight to the body and dig down to the body, but it's also one of those situations. Alessio has won his fights by knocking his opponent out to the head. Why is he going to change that up? There's times where he could just go to the body, but he now snaps the head back with another jab. Narong is trying to grab on. Alessio's not allowing it. He's marching him down and he pushes him to the canvas.
Good work there from Alessio. Stiff jabs. Feeling the wrong's getting tired. And these jabs, you may be able to eat them, but the more and more you get tired, the more and more they affect you. And when it's from a mountain of a man like Alessio, those jabs really hurt.
Absolutely. There's only so long you can eat the jabs. And, you know, a lot of the time in sparring, people get used to eating jabs because you know who you're sparring, you know who you're against. You almost allow your opponent to jab you. And then it gets to a point where you get into a bad rhythm of allowing the jabs to hit you because you're only looking for that right hand, but every punch here is counting, and I think Narong's got to step up the pace here because, like we've said before, are you trying to win or are you trying to survive?
Yeah, I've seen Narong trying to get in close there. I don't think he wants to be on the outside now of Alessio. Those jabs are knocking his head back. You see him dipping his head low, trying to get into the clinch, trying to lock up there.
And I think that's where Narong probably feels most safe, inside the clinch, but the hammer wants none of these clinches. Final moments here, and you see here, winging these right hands in, not allowing him to grab him at all. And this is what Alessio does best. He forces you in the fight. He wants you to fight. A great one thing. And look, Alessio's used to a smaller ring. This, to me, is a bigger ring than he's used to. The rings he usually fights in tend to be a lot shorter, and it makes it easier for him to actually clip you with these hooks. So now Alessio is forced to actually use his jab more. To me, he's doing it very well. We see in these action replays as well. This was the moment where they tried to clinch and then he just lost his foot and he fell to the canvas. Obviously not a knockdown, but it gets to that point where you start looking at Alessio and you're like, I'm trying to hurt the man and I cannot. Narong needs to dance around with just a jab. Use the jab, and if the right hand presents itself, throw it and go for it with everything you can. But right now, Alessio is winning this fight very comfortably.
I think Alessio's looking very good on the outside with that jab. Seems to be working well, and towards the end of the round there, he seemed to get a bit more comfortable in that clinch as we saw before the round ended. Throwing those right hands while he's locked in there with Narong.
And the thing with Alessio is I saw some of his training as well. He was training with one glove on where he just wanted to learn how to use the jab perfectly, and I think it's definitely worked for him here. He's using the jab beautifully.
Definitely paid off because for a man of his size, the jab's working very well right now. And as you see, he's back to that jab now. Wrong with a jab of his own. Controlling it a bit more, and the overhand right. Good combination there from Alessio.
Right from both of these fighters. Narong lands one, Alessio returns, and now this is the Alessio where he comes alive. It looks like he's more tempered on that front foot, trying to put Narong away. Big left hook, stumbles Narong, and now he's going to town. He's just winging the shots at him. How many more of these can Narong take? And it looks like he's shaking his head now. And you see Alessio just pushing the pace here and doing everything he can to put this man Narong away. Narong definitely looks like Bambi on ice at this point, going to the body as well. Can Alessio do anything here to just put this man away?
Over 2 minutes left in this round. This is not a good position for Narong. He's not safe on the outside. He's not safe on the inside. Alessio going to the body. 2 body shots there. Goes up top and he sits Narong down.
And he took way too many shots than he needed to. To me, there was about 25 punches unanswered here. And of course, Narong makes it up from that count. But he's looking over at the clock. How much does he want this? Overhand right doesn't get through. Alessio coming alive. The referee jumps in straight away. Those body shots puts him down once again. And you've got to be looking up. You're down on every scorecard. The man makes it to his feet. I mean, look, you can't question the heart of Narong in this situation.
He's got 1 minute 30 left. Can he survive? He's happy to get in there and try trade with Alessio. Alessio locks up in the clinch. Referee separates it. Alessio needs to press forward now. One more knockdown and this fight is over, and he is the new champion.
And the fact Narong is still standing, but these shots are getting through. And this is what I said before. If Alessio just goes to the body now, he'll definitely get what he wants. When you've got your opponent hurt, ignore the head, go to the body. The head doesn't move, the body doesn't. And what a beautiful combination to end this fight. Alessio Bisutti, my friends, has done it once again. The man from Italy, Alessio the Hammer Bisutti, wins the title, the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title, going to Alessio Bisutti. We see with these action replays, clubbing for clubbing in this round. Both fighters giving it everything they've got. But to me, that entire round, Alessio Bisutti treating Narong like a boxing bag and just clipping him, knocking him around the ring. Narong got up 2 times. He wanted to carry on, but the referee eventually had to waver off. And that was just a great round. And we're going into the next fight very soon. But of course, let's go to Peter Denman with the official announcement.
ก็ขอเรียนเชิญคุณนฤทธิ์สิงห์วังชานะครับพ่อพระวงการมวยนะครับแล้วก็โปรโมเตอร์มิสเตอร์บริโก้ซันติกนะครับแล้วก็โปรโมเตอร์มิสเตอร์สุพนัทจันแรมนะครับขึ้นมามอบกระเช้านะครับผมเนื่องในโอกาสครบรอบวันสถาปนาสนามมวยลุมพินีด้วยครับ
The undisputed crown. Cutting like a wave, sting or fist in a snake. Eyes of the tiger, opponents caught. Knuckles blast, Alex Bisutti blast, and best any champ. Undisputed bruiser, put them all in the trance.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by way of 5th round TKO and the new WBO Oriental Heavyweight Champion, fighting at the red corner, Alessio Bisutti.
Precision with the flare, crown on his head, no contender dare. The hammer drops hard, yo Bisutti never fall. Undefeated legend, got him all in thrall. Multiple belts on his waist, world heavy shook. Unbeatable stance, he wrote the book.
เรียนเชิญพลโทสุรินทร์ปิยานุภาพนะครับผู้อำนวยการศูนย์พัฒนากีฬากองทัพบกมวยไทยลุมพินีนะครับมอบถ้วยรางวัลให้กับผู้ชนะนะฮะแล้วขอขอบคุณคุณตาลนะครับผมจากยาดมสมุนไพรเชอเอมนะครับที่ขึ้นมาร่วมถ่ายภาพแล้วก็สนับสนุนรายการ FCC ของเรานะฮะแล้วก็คุณนฤทธิ์สิงห์วังชานะครับคุณบิโก้ซันติกแล้วก็คุณสุพนัทจันแรมนะครับมอบกระเช้านะครับผมเนื่องในโอกาสครบรอบวันสถาปนาสนามมวยลุมพินีครับ Congratulations, Alessio.
Unyielding champ, where's the undisputed crown? like a wave, sting or fierce than a snake. Eyes of the tiger, opponents caught like bait. From jab to uppercut, precision with the flare.
Alessio, congratulations. You're such an inspiration. How do you feel that you're the champ? And when are you going to stop?
When I stop, I don't know. I hope, I don't know. Okay. And my next is 11 January in my FCC Pattaya with the IBF Championship.
Right. Wow, you're just collecting all the belts. Congratulations. One more. Right. Okay, so unification is your goal. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Good luck. ขอเสียงปรบมือให้กับแชมป์คนใหม่ Alessio Bizzuti
That was the body shot challenge, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, thank you very much.
And now, before we go to the main event, please give it up for the FCC dancers.
flying free. Music's magic, you and me. DJ train bass gonna lift you high. Feel vibrations touch the sky. Eyes closed tight, we're flying free. Music's magic, you and me. Music's magic, you and me. DJ train bass gonna lift you high. Feel vibrations touch the sky. Eyes closed tight, we're flying free. Music's magic, you and me. DJ train bass gonna lift you high. Feel vibrations touch the sky. Eyes closed tight, we're flying free. Music's magic, you and me. Music's magic, you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the afternoon. This bout will be scheduled for 10 rounds of professional boxing action, and it is for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Calling first to the ring, Wijet Ot.
Making his way to the ring now. In the blue corner, we have Wijet Ot representing Cambodia. He is competing for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title, weighing in at 115 pounds. He has 6 wins, 3
Welcoming
losses,
his opponent
and
to
1
the ring,
draw.
Katsuya Murakami.
And the man making his way to the ring from the land of the rising sun, Japan, Mr. Katsuya Murakami, with a professional record of 15 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He is about to take on the Cambodian Wijet Ot for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title, scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds.
Katsuya in the Akatsuki gown with a Naruto headband. I am already a fan of this man from Japan.
Inviting to the ring, Major General Damrong Sinakajon Bun, the supervisor for the WBC Asia. Inviting Mr. Naris Singh Wangcha, Papa Wongkan Muay. Inviting to the stage Mr. Supanat Janram, the promoter, and Mr. Briko Santig, the promoter here at Naris FCC Highland Boxing Promotions. And inviting Mr. Akira Sakata into the ring. And thank you our sponsor ยาดมตราเชอเอมนะครับยาดมสมุนไพรเชอเอมนะครับผมขอขอบคุณที่เป็นผู้ใหญ่ใจดีสนับสนุนรายการเราด้วยนะครับ May I please ask everybody to stand up and pay your respects to the national anthems of the fighters ขอเชิญทุกท่านยืนขึ้นนะครับ เพื่อเคารพเพลงชาติของนักมวยทั้งคู่ด้วยครับAll right, ladies and gentlemen, this is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing action, and this is for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue with white trim, with a professional record of 6 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 bout even. Representing Cambodia, please give it up for Vichit Ot. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with red trim. A professional record of 15 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 bout even. Hailing out of and proudly representing Japan. Please give it up for Katsuya Murakami. And the WBC Asia Supervisor Major General Damrong Simakajon Bun. And the referee in charge of the action, Mr. Thanawat Wongsasan. And the 3 judges scoring ringside, Mr. Thanadon Yuberg, Mr. Ratchakon Darapan, and Mr. Supa Punrod. And the timekeeper, Mr. Wichan Tong Bai.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final fight of the night. It is for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. We have Katsuya Murakami representing Japan in the black and red shorts, and he will be fighting Vichit Ot representing Cambodia. He is in the blue. This fight is scheduled for 10 rounds.
All right, final information from the referee. The shake of hands, and it's about to get down for 10 potential rounds. Japan against Cambodia.
Katsuya with a noticeable height advantage here for a very small weight class of 115 pounds.
Katsuya starts off with a nice double jab, really getting that action going. And you can see that massive height difference, and you see the very high guard of Vichit Ot.
Lovely jabs down the center, counter punch there, straight right. Lightning fast jab from the Japanese fighter here, Katsuya Murakami.
I mean, you can just see with Katsuya, he's more experienced with Western boxing in comparison to Vichit Ot. And you can see the difference here in the way he moves as well, landing some nice jabs. and also throwing right hands in the clinch on the blind side of the referee. A veteran move by Katsuya.
Looking to counter there, but eats one of his straight rights from Katsuya. Going first and last in these combos.
And you can see with Katsuya, when he throws that jab, he leaves his chin exposed. He throws that right arm in the air and leaves his chin exposed. So all Wichet Ut has to do is try and catch him as he comes in with a jab and throw a looping left or right hook as well. But it's very typical for the Japanese fighters when they throw that jab. They really extend their shoulders and they come in with a high chin, very similar to, of course, Inoue. But a beautiful, beautiful left hook.
Lovely check left hook there. Wichet looked to hop in and just gets caught with that counter left hook.
I mean, Wichet's got some nice right hands. He's got some good head movement. But to me, at the moment, it looks like Katsuya is definitely in control of this round so far.
Yeah, Wichet looking to slip off to the side and counter that jab. But Katsuya with his own counters. Goes to the body.
Some nice jabs to the body as well by Katsuya, but Wichet starting to find his groove. The first 30 seconds, it looked like Katsuya was definitely just dominating, but it starts to slow down as soon as you start landing some big shots, and Wichet has found some of his targets. A nice jab down to the middle, jab for jab.
Absolutely. Punching with him there, that's really slowed down Katsuya. Wichet with these good counter punches.
Great right hands as well, just flicking that right hand. You know, for the first round, it's scheduled for 10. You'll often see with the super flyweights, they can keep up a very fast pace. So it tends to be the opening rounds, fighters take a little bit more time off. But in situations like this, these super flyweights are so conditioned, they can go 10 rounds at this pace.
See Katsuya there working more off that jab, sticking a right hand on the end. He's got a very nice, sharp left hook on him. Disguises it almost as a jab, doesn't build it up too much, just comes around the side.
And that's the thing here as well. Katsuya, even when they're jabbing for jabbing, Katsuya looks like he's getting off better because he's the taller fighter, so the jabs look a little bit more clean. He lands some nice check hooks, but a great round for both of these fighters, but I've got to give that one to Katsuya. I think he edged that round. The opening moments, we see with the action replay here, you can see there was jab for jab, right hand for right hand, but it was that jab check hook that was really doing well for Katsuya. You see with this action replay, it was jab into the check hook. And he uses that jab because he knows Wichet is coming forward at him. And as soon as he comes forward, he steps back with that check hook. But a great round for both of these fighters.
Really nice check hook from Katsuya there. You see when, as you say, Wichet goes to counter, Katsuya's just on the outside and he can still catch him with that check hook. He throws it very long, almost as long as he throws his jab. Good work there. So he's starting the exchanges and he's finishing the exchanges as well. It's looking very good.
Yeah, and that's the great thing here. He's throwing the jab to set up his opponent to throw a counter, and as the opponent throws the counter, he throws that check hook. It's a beautiful move indeed.
See how the fighters will come out for the second round.
So here we are, round number 2. Japan taking on Cambodia for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds. We do have Katsuya in the red and black, taking on Wichet Ut in the blue and white. Second round so far.
Katsuya looking very sharp, ready to hop out, throw that check hook, and Wichet looking more relaxed here. Two different tempos from the fighters.
Wichet has really picked up in comparison to what he did in the first round, though. He tends to take a little bit of too much time off. To me, a little bit too lethargic. Katsuya will just tee off with the jab if you are a little bit lazy with it as well. But you can see there's more movement from Wichet Ut right now.
I think Katsuya's really happy to be on the outside now, where Wichet looking to throw these counters. Katsuya's just on the outside, and he can come back with a straight shot, that straight jab or that check hook.
Wichet complaining about a rabbit punch there. And, you know, Katsuya has thrown these veteran moves out. He's flirting with the rules, so to speak. He's throwing shots in on the break. But here we are, nice flurry from Katsuya. But look, if you think of Wichet, when he clinches, he wraps his hand around the back of Katsuya. Katsuya's going to throw these shots. I mean, to me, is Wichet actually this hurt? or is he trying to get as much injury time as possible right now? Because it looks like he doesn't want to continue at the moment. It's very confusing what's going on here, but to me, if you grab your opponent like he did, I think the referee needs to do something here, because that was way too much time off.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of confusion here. I'm on the same page as you. I didn't see anything that would have hurt him too much there. Although Katsuya is throwing very fast. He did have a very good body shot in there, though. He threw 3 shots to the guard.
I mean, look, Katsuya did hit him on the break. He did hit him with a shot you're not supposed to. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is boxing. Sometimes you've just got to flirt with the rules a little bit and just go for it. Wichet Ut, you complain once to the referee. If he doesn't help you out, you've just got to go right back and do your thing.
Wichet looks like he was showing some pain there, closing his left eye. Good work on the inside from both fighters, good exchanges. Low guard from Katsuya.
And this is what you get to see in the super flyweight fights. Very fast, lots of counter punches in between the flurries. They create their own counters. Some nice clinch work as well. And once again, he's complaining about being hit to the back of the head. He didn't get hit to the back of the head here, but maybe he's got a recurring injury that is now just hurting him right now. But a beautiful left hook from Wichet Ut.
Good work from Katsuya. Not too sure what he's complaining about here, but he goes to the body. Katsuya's been looking for that body shot. He's just teeing off very lightly. Oh, and a big left hook. Saved by the bell. Wichet Ut there. Just counter left hook. Knocked the head back at Katsuya and is saved by the bell. Let's look at these replays. See if we can see what happened there to Wichet Ut. Good jab there. Good exchanges. There we see that. Teeing off and just going for that powerful left body shot there. And there we see.
All right, he did hit him to the back of the head here. We finally got to see it. Now look, I'm not sure Katsuya did that on purpose, because Wichet Ut gripped him round the back of the neck. He put him in a vice grip, and I think, you know, he was just firing right back. I'm not saying it's successful. Well, that was that final left hook at the end of the round as well. But look, just to let people realize, you know, Katsuya did hit him to the back of the head. Do I think it was intentional? No. Does the referee need to give him some form of, not necessarily an official warning, but give him a warning? Any shots to the back of the head are very dangerous. The referee should always step in when there's a punch to the back of the head. Let people realize you can't do it.
Yeah, sometimes a problem when there's a difference in height between fighters. And now we go into the third round. Katsuya in the black and red shorts. Wichet Ut in the blue shorts. How do you think Wichet Ut's feeling now? Do you think he feels confident knowing he hurt Katsuya there at the end of the round?
I think he hit him with his best shot, and, you know, it didn't really buckle Katsuya. Katsuya was staying standing, but I also feel like Wichet Ut is complaining a little bit too much, and when people complain too much, it tends to really reflect in their game plan as well of how much do they want this. Sometimes it's good to complain to the referee. If you believe in an injustice in the ring, complain about it. If the referee doesn't help you, you've got to do your own thing here. And there we see it once again. It seems like it's easier to complain, but I think he's pointing to the back of his neck, maybe his traps. I'm confused here.
Katsuya goes to the body again. I think you're completely right. You have to question a fighter's heart. Sometimes things happen in fights. This is a boxing match. You're going to get punched. You can't complain too much. It does show where you're at, how much you want to continue. But Wichet Ut still coming forward, doing some good work. Katsuya working well too.
I think there's going to be in Wichet Ut's plan as well. Kind of just look like play possum ever so slightly. Make it look like you're hurt. Make it look like you don't want to continue, and then just really go to town. It could just be a game plan here, but both fighters exchanging haymaker after haymaker in this situation.
Working well in the close range, both fighters. Katsuya looks like he changed his approach a little bit. Tighter guard, going more on uppercuts rather than these looping shots. Maybe he doesn't want Wichet Ut buying any more time, complaining. Goes to the body again.
And there we see again both fighters in the clinch, but you know, if one hand is free in the clinch, you can keep firing. The referee doing a good job to allow the clinch to stay active there. Jab for jab action so far. The head movement of Wichet Ut, he's trying to get the counter punch going.
A good range from Katsuya, just on the outside, sending them shots down, landing on Wichet Ut. I think Wichet Ut always dipping off to that right-hand side, and then I think Katsuya times it well with the right hand. He avoids it there, but he catches him on the back of the head.
I mean, look, he did catch him on the back of the head, but it was not an intentional shot to the back of the head. I mean, the referee's taken a point without even giving him a warning. I mean, look, if you hit to the back of the head, you know it's against the rules. Did Katsuya do that on purpose? Not at all. However, you can't keep making the same mistake, quote unquote, and expect to get away with it because you can say, I didn't mean to do it. Eventually, you've got to change up the way you do things. But I think the referee should have given a very clear warning before giving that point away. But here we are. The fight has now changed massively. Witcher is coming alive with some body shots. Big shots on the inside of the center of the ring.
5 seconds left, ticking down. Good exchanges, working close now. And that is the end of round 3. We will be looking at the highlights from that round.
So here we are with these action replays. I mean, maybe we'll catch some of the moments where this is where Katsuya complained about the right hand to the back of the head. And here we are, both fighters quite scrappy in the center of the ring, but I would definitely say it was calculated scrappiness. Some nice body work from both of these fighters. And you can see they're just constantly going to town on the body and to the head, creating their own counter punches. Constant, and there was that shot to the back of the head. It was not an intentional shot to the back of the head, but look, you know, Witcher definitely deserves an Oscar for that performance as well. I mean, I do believe if you are being hit to the back of the head, you are allowed to exaggerate it as well, because you need to let the referee know that you can't just allow to be hit to the back of the head. It's one of the most dangerous shots in boxing. So I'm not against Witcher complaining this much to the referee. I think it's necessary. However, that point being taken away to me is just a little bit odd. I think a warning was deserved. But here we are. You can't do anything about it. So that would have been a 10-8 round in the third.
Yeah, I do believe it's a little unfair for Katsuya. It is not intentional. And sometimes if he's slipping off, he's trying to hit his head. And it can be the rotation of the fighter's head which causes you to hit him on the back of the head too. But we see Witcher comes alive there in that last round when he realizes that he can be ahead, so this may change the pace of the fight.
And we saw this in the last round. We saw that Witcher in the early moments of the round comes alive, gets really aggressive, doing exactly what he needs to do. Because look, Katsuya to me is a slicker boxer, but Witcher is the scrappier hooker, and this is the style that beats someone like Katsuya.
Absolutely. Witcher looking much better when he gets in and he trades, he gets in close, because as we've seen, Katsuya's got a very good jab, works well, but still works well on the inside. Good right hand there, that doesn't seem to shift Witcher.
The referee quick to break them up once again. I mean, Katsuya to me is now in an absolute battle, something he did not expect, and now he's starting to complain as well. It's one of those interesting fights where you've got to accept you signed up for a boxing match, you've got to do what you've got to do sometimes. Let the referee protect you as much as he can. Great right hand by Katsuya, but Witcher turns him around as well, takes his back.
Yeah, it's difficult when both fighters are looking to come in at the same time. There might be slight clashes of heads. Good work there on the inside.
I love the bodywork of both of these fighters. I mean, Witcher's clearly getting up with these body shots because the red marks around Katsuya's ribcage. But look, Katsuya very calculated, but he eats a left hand in the process, and a hit to the back of the head. Why is the referee not taking a point now? Interesting stuff we're seeing right now. That to me was as much as what Katsuya has done to him. Surely you should take a point in that situation.
Very much tit for tat now in terms of boxing and in terms of fouls.
But we love the drama as well. This is what we're here for, and this is what you expect for a title fight. Absolute drama, absolute carnage. Both fighters clearly going for it as hard as they possibly can. And this is the beautiful thing, when two fighters fight on the inside without the use of a clinch. It is beautiful boxing, resting your shoulders on the opposing shoulder, not allowing your opponent to get their power hands off. This is exactly what Roberto Duran would do. He would put his chin on your shoulder, not allow you to get shots off. He did it against Aran Barkley and just absolutely dominated the fight. Great stuff so far for both of these fighters.
Yeah, I feel Witcher is finding more success. He's going to the body, then he's going high, and a few times he's caught Katsuya with that left hook, unsuspectedly. Good exchanges from both fighters.
And you see Katsuya is now just marching him down. He knows he cannot give up any of these rounds. But nice sportsmanship towards the end of that round. We're going to get some action replays, Ollie.
And there we have a good overhand right from Witchett. Good work in the clinch. I feel the smaller fighter, this is where it can benefit him sometimes against a taller fighter. In that clinch, he rolls, good overhand shots. Good exchanges in the clinch here. Works to the body, goes high, goes low. Witchett's doing really well at going to the body, going high, going low. Katsuya tends to focus on either going low or going high, not mixing it up too much. In those earlier rounds he was going high, then he whipped to the body, but they were fighting at a different range at that point in time. Now they're coming closer together.
And I do think Witchett may have edged that round. He landed some very clean, aggressive shots. I like that Katsuya was marching forward, taking the fight to him, but I do think Witchett was getting off some of the better shots here.
Good, and this is the start of the 5th round. Be interesting to see how these fighters start. Katsuya with a jab now, pumping that jab out, jab back from Witchett. Back inside, glove on glove, goes body, goes high.
Okay, so we've got some live scoring here. We have got it 37-38, 36-39, and 37-38. Wow, a very close fight, exactly what we was expecting here. So, it looks like Katsuya is slightly edging this fight like we thought.
Witchett looking to get on the inside. Katsuya looks like he may try to push away, but Witchett just looks a little too strong there for him.
And that's the great thing about live scoring here as well, Ollie, is you get a chance to realize what's going well and what you need to improve on as well. Katsuya's got to pick up the pace. You do not want a close fight when you're in the super flyweights, because the way they throw punches, the amount of punches that can be thrown, it can just turn the fight very quickly.
Definitely very high volume here. Katsuya just pumping that jab out. He has slowed down a bit.
And still some great sportsmanship by both of these fighters. A lot of drama, but that's the way it goes in boxing. I mean, I still think Witchett is 1 second away from getting a point deducted though if he does anything close to a foul, because if Katsuya got a point deducted, you've got to see it from Witchett as well. He's got to have on a great right hand landed by Katsuya. Perfect right hand.
Yeah, brilliant right hand there. Good from Witchett just to hold on into that clinch, buy himself a little bit of time.
And look, I like it when these fighters are constantly hitting on the clinch. They're finding the blind side of the referee. Bernard Hopkins was known for this. You wait for the referee to be on your left side, and then you throw your right hands in the clinch. It's beautiful stuff indeed. Both fighters are now just head-to-head, not allowing anybody to really do anything here. Great boxing to be on the inside without clinching.
Not a lot of rest allowed for either of these fighters. Up close on the outside, they're working a lot. Jab for jab there.
Beautiful.
Good. Almost a triple uppercut there from Katsuya.
You see this in the super flyweights. You often see these triple uppercuts. I mean, Roy Jones Jr. used to throw triple hooks in the light heavyweights. You very rarely see it in the heavier weights, but super flyweights, you see these triple uppercuts very often.
And another good right hand there from Katsuya. Almost got to feel sorry for him because the way he throws that right hand is just, the trajectory is almost at like a 45-degree angle. So then when Witchett turns away from it, which he's not doing now, so that has prevented from getting hit on the back of the head. Good work from Witchett there.
Yeah, very good point. I mean, I thought it was a very unintentional situation, and it's the way he comes down with that right hand where all it takes is your opponent to turn around and it's going to hit where it's not supposed to. But a very good round, a very even round, but I think Katsuya definitely took that round in my books. Here we see the action replays, that double jab with the right hand, and as you mentioned, it's the way he comes down with that right hand. I mean, if Witchett turns his head at that moment, it's on Witchett. It's his fault for getting hit in that situation, because that's the way he throws the right hand. And the referee has warned Witchett to stop ducking his head down. Now, you're not going to get a point taken away from ducking your head down necessarily, but you are going to be caught up on it very often as well. So, a very great round. I've got to give that one to Katsuya Murakami. What about you, Ollie?
I believe so too. I think great work from both fighters, but I think Katsuya just edged it there. Cleaner shots. There's that good right hand that I think maybe wobbled Witchett a bit. He hung on.
I mean, I've now got the fight 3 rounds to 2 in Katsuya's favor, but obviously there was that point deduction as well, which could be very, very interesting if we get into these later rounds. Round number 6 underway.
Yeah, later on that can absolutely change everything. A point deduction is massive, especially when it comes down to such a close fight as this is. A fight worthy of a WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight.
And we see Wichet starting the same way, comes out swinging very early on and then kind of reserves himself in the later rounds as well. I'd like to see Wichet actually move forward with a jab, actually step with a jab before he sets up these big hooks, because Katsuya is seeing the hooks coming and he's just stepping back with the check hooks. Katsuya boxing perfectly against someone who keeps trying to hook him.
See Katsuya now going back to this tactic, how he was at the start of the fight, just on the outside. He's got a very good jab, he's got good timing. We saw him step back, although he's slowed down a bit now, so not able to throw that check hook. I don't think he does as well when he's up close against Wichet.
And I do like the way you see Katsuya still boxing on the inside with a shorter fighter. I mean, Wilfred Benitez used to do this. He was a taller fighter, but he used to be able to just get underneath some of the shots of these shorter fighters and still beat them up close and personal. I like what I'm seeing with Katsuya, but Wichet, to me, is way more aggressive on the inside and, to me, more determined to land some more powerful shots as well.
Wichet just going to the body, then going up to the head. He's caught Katsuya a few times in that clinch. He goes low, then goes high. Katsuya working well with the uppercuts in the clinch. I don't think they're causing much damage. Lovely 1-2 there.
And that's that right hand we were talking about. It's a great right hand by Katsuya, coming down over the top with that right hand, just trying to aim for the forehead, possibly the temple area of Wichet. And if it lands hard and it hurts as well. Great move, and there it is, that right hand. I love the right hand by Katsuya. He tries to chop through you with that right hand. Beautiful stuff.
Knocked his head back there with the jab, and I think as we see Wichet get more tired, he's not going to be able to move out the way of that right hand, and it will have more success as the fight goes on.
Good point, because like we say always, the shots that tend to miss by inches turn into millimeters, and then in those later rounds they land clean, and we just saw it right there as well. And it's landing just above the ear, and when those shots land clean above the ear, it really rocks your equilibrium and it really puts you to the canvas as well. So Wichet has got to be careful he doesn't take too many of these. I'd like to see Wichet start coming forward with jabs to the chest, jabs to the body, jab that chest, and as soon as your opponent reacts, start going to the body with these big winging hooks. That's all you can do, and this is where he needs to be, digging to the body as much as you can. Take away some of that energy level of Katsuya.
He's working well to the body, and then when Katsuya covers that body, he goes high with that left hook. He's caught him a few times. We saw in the earlier round, he just caught him towards the end, really hurt Katsuya.
Referee quick to break them up here, but final moments, and there it is, folks. End of round number 6, and to me, Wichet is starting to just fade a little bit. Talk us through some of these action replays, Ollie.
See that right hand just missing there, that looping right hand that we're talking about. And again, he misses. Maybe we see somewhere he connects. He had good success with that early on. He's good when he steps back. He makes Wichet miss. Those short uppercuts, doubles it up. Tries to step in with the 1-2. He's met on, head on with Wichet. He's stepping back very well, Katsuya. Early on in the fight, he had good success by stepping back, throwing that check hook. We haven't seen him throw that so much now. I think he works well on the outside, but he's still a threat up close. But Wichet is very much looking to get on the inside, cause damage there.
And that's the interesting thing here. Wichet has told Katsuya what he's going to do. He's told him, I'm just going to get on the inside and go to town with these hooks. Katsuya needs to just step back, and every time he gets up close, wrap the arms up, don't allow Wichet to get any shots off, and then step back again with the jabs. Create as much distance between you and your opponent as much as possible. But here we are, round number 7.
Katsuya starting again with the jab. Wichet looking to lock up. Well on the back foot now from Katsuya.
Wichet is now charging, and this is exactly what I was saying. Maybe Katsuya could hear me. He just needs to dance away with a jab. Just keep moving back. Keep using that jab. Great right hand gets through. And to me, this is the fight Katsuya needs to be in. Hold that middle and out of range. Just stay in your zones. Do not get into the... This is where Katsuya needs to wrap up the hands of Witchet Ut and then get back to medium and far away and just stay in them zones. That's all Katsuya needs to do. Jab, check hook, and the right hand, but a big left hook upstairs by Witchet Ut.
And this is what he has to be careful of. This has happened a few times in this fight where he goes low, he throws that left hook. This is where Katsuya is better at range. He's learned from those last few rounds that he doesn't want to get up close. This is where Witchet does the damage. He's good. There we see.
And it's that right hand you were talking about as well. When it misses, that's when the left hook comes upstairs from Witchet Ut. It's almost like when Joe Fraser was waiting just for Muhammad Ali to jab and throw the right hand, he would then throw that left hook upstairs. And I think Witchet Ut has got to time that jab with the right hand, get underneath that right hand, and just clip him upstairs with a left hook.
Katsuya straightening that right hand up a bit now. He's missing it a lot. I feel like Witchet's got his timing a bit with that right hand. He's slipping off and he's throwing back a counter shot himself. Goes again high with that left hook.
But we see that left hook starting to work from. So Katsuya had more success on that back foot, but he now is bringing the fight to his opponent. I mean, sometimes you want to impress the judges, but also you've got to realize, I think you're winning the fight better on that back foot.
Definitely looking cleaner and safer when he's on the back foot. He's got a very good jab. There we go. We see him. He straightens that right hand up. Does not want to be here, but the body shot works very well. You seem... Don't know how this would be affecting Witchet.
I mean, it's hard to say because Witchet doesn't look that tired right now, but we both know body shots tend to just suddenly appear at any point of the round where your gas tank is gone, your legs are jelly, and your punches are not landing strong. So we're now just seeing, are those body shots really doing anything?
I think Katsuya landing the cleaner of the body shots. No, Witchet's going for that body, but it's more of just a smoke screen for that left hook coming up top.
And there they are in the clinch once again. That's where Katsuya needs to be. Get him in the clinch, wrap his arms up, don't let him go in, but big right hands get through right now. And usually we see Witchet come alive in this situation.
Works very well up close, Witchet. There, a left hook from Katsuya. Finish the round. A good, exciting end to the round there.
And here we are, folks, with the action replays from that 7th round. And then we see that lead uppercut. I mean, a beautiful lead uppercut followed up by a check hook as well. I mean, very rarely in boxing do you see someone throw a jab with a lead uppercut as well. It's such a risky punch to land. And there you see those cracking right hands. I mean, this action replay makes it look like Katsuya was just all over Witchet Ut, but Witchet Ut had so many good moments in that round. However, to me, Katsuya still won that round quite convincingly as well. He was landing the counters on the inside. He was winning at range as well. I just think Katsuya is outclassing Witchet Ut right now. But interestingly, Katsuya has moments where he starts fighting the fight Witchet Ut wants, and to me, he should be in that medium zone and the far away zone and just avoid being up close. And if you're up close, wrap your opponent up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we enter our 8th round for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Katsuya in the black and red shorts, Witchet Ut in the blue. Japan versus Cambodia.
You see Katsuya now just walking towards Witchet Ut, something a little bit different. So Katsuya, to me, keeps changing up his game plan inside that ring, trying something new, but I think he needs to stick to a game plan and just keep following it. He has success going backwards, but does he believe he's got the power to take out Witchet Ut? Does he feel like the power of Witchet Ut isn't enough for him to be deterred going forward?
More success there with the right hand from Katsuya. Not so much success with the body shots. Witchet Ut staying nice and tight. Lock up. Referee separates them. Katsuya laying off that jab for a bit. The right hand works.
Some great right hands getting through as well by Katsuya. He's really found the target well. And like we said, the shots that tend to miss early on start landing right now in the later rounds. The timing is there. The opponent is tired. They're going to be walking in shots. They're also going to believe that they can take more shots in the gloves because they're more tired. They're not willing to get out the way of these shots.
High and low again from Witchet. Witchet a bit of a different game plan now. He seems to be sticking the straight shots out a bit more. Right hand connects and misses.
Halfway through round number 8 already, and we're starting to see both fighters get a little bit more tired now. Big right hand crunching down, and it looks like Wichet is once again down. And that was a perfectly timed shot. I don't know why the referee is doing this. You should call this a knockdown. You cannot allow the referee to just let you get back up. It was a clear knockdown. Give the man a standing count.
Katsuya looking very frustrated there. The referee trying to say it's a clash of heads.
I don't think that was a clash of heads. I think that was a nice right hand. The referee should have called that a knockdown. To me, Wichet has had so many moments to catch his breath back because he is refusing to continue fighting. The referee, to me, should have allowed that to be a knockdown. Why take a point away from Katsuya from an accidental hit to the back of the head, but not call a knockdown when 3 times Wichet has turned his back on his opponent?
A good right hand there from Katsuya again. Wichet buying some time on the inside, gets into the clinch, fights close, goes body, goes high again as he's done all night.
Some nice body work here now by Wichet. So this is what we see of Wichet. As soon as he gets his breath back, he starts coming alive with these nice body shots as well, ducking and weaving. Katsuya's done a great job to just stay very nicely calm in a situation like this.
10 seconds left in the 8th round. We will head over to our replays and we will see if we can catch a glimpse of what happened there, whether it's a right hand or it was a clash of heads as the referee has deemed it. Nice right hand there from Katsuya. A right hand doing well. But we didn't quite see it there, but I think it's a right hand. Unfortunately, even if it was a clash of heads, we're seeing Wichet is the one who's really sort of bringing his head in. Sometimes a clash of heads isn't one person, it's 2 people colliding together.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've always said, if you believe there's an injustice, complain to the referee. That's completely fine. But to me, that was a right hand that landed clean. And he wasn't holding the back of the head. He was holding the top of his head, which to me was an indication of the shot exactly landing where it needs to be. So to me, I think Katsuya was robbed of a knockdown there. I believe he should have got the standing count. If an opponent keeps turning his head as well, you need to do something about that, turning your head. I mean, the referee talking about it being a head clash. We just saw the action replays.
We look over to Katsuya's corner. They are being shown the open scorecard.
And we're going to get the open scorecards probably in just a moment as well. Maybe.
Katsuya pressing forward now. Wichet on the back foot. Ducking and weaving again. They look up in the clinch. Referee separates them.
We will get some live scoring right now. So in the red corner, Judge A has got it 76-75, B 75-76, and C 77-74. So the red corner winning by just a slim margin right now. Thank you for the live scoring, Mr. Brico Santig.
So red corner, that is Katsuya ahead just ever so slightly on the scorecards.
Quite rightly as well. He's winning this fight to me. I mean, to me, he's boxing with more class as well. He's landing cleaner punches. He's trying to set up his shots. I do like what I see with Wichet when he gets going. When Wichet gets going, he starts going to the body, starts going to the head. He lands some very beautiful shots. But to me, it's just too little and far between sometimes where he's not convincing the judges enough that he's winning these rounds.
Yeah, Katsuya, very clean boxing. Working well on the outside. Working well on the inside, a lot cleaner. Wichet getting away with what he can.
And that was exactly the Katsuya I want to see. He landed a combination and then tied his opponent up very, very quickly. And that's where Katsuya is really damaging. He's a cleaner boxer. He's boxing with more class than Wichet. Wichet is great on the inside, but to me, Katsuya doing exactly what he needs to do.
Absolutely needs to keep his man on the outside, use that jab. He's got a brilliant jab, he's got a good right hand, he's got that good check hook. He doesn't want to be on the inside of Wichet. This is where Wichet has had a lot of success tonight, where he's caught him with them counter left hooks. He goes to the body, goes up top with a hook.
Great body work now by both of these fighters. They're holding central ring. Both fighters very calculated with these body shots. Beautiful work getting through right now. And that was a big clubbing right hand to the neck of Katsuya. Katsuya is a real boxer here, just not complaining, just getting everything done. And I love the inside body shots here.
I feel those last body shots hurt him more because you see the change in the guard of Witchett. The first exchange, very good clean body shots getting through, and now you see a lot tighter coming from Witchett. I think that can hurt him.
Very well observed. You can see Witchett holding his guard, trying to block everything to his body. And now Katsuya's got him where he wants him. This is where Katsuya can now go to the head.
Yeah, this is where he needs to take a leaf out of Witchett's book and go high. He's hurting him to the body. The guard's dropped. Go high with that left hook. Good overhand right there from Witchett.
And Witchett still has these moments all the time where he goes up high, and look, Katsuya claims it was around to the back of the head, but one of those situations, a battle of the rabbit punches sometimes. Ollie, talk us through some of these action replays.
See, this is where Witchett is doing very good work with these counter left hooks. Getting in close to Katsuya, making him comfortable, but Katsuya doing very well on the inside too. He's here battling on the inside. There, this is where he had some good success with those body shots up close. Good left hook, right hand there. Witchett locks him up.
Great round for both of these fighters. I mean, it's still a Katsuya round to me. I think he's landing the cleaner shots. Witchett, to me, is, he appears like the underdog. He fights like an underdog. But the great thing about live scoring is you now know what you have to do in this final round. The 10th and final round of this WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Japan taking on Cambodia. Witchett knows he's down on the scorecards. If he wants this title, he has to knock down or knock out Katsuya.
And we start the 10th round. Referee has a word with them. It'll be interesting now to see how they approach this round. Katsuya knows he's ahead. Good double jab there, just controlling it on the back foot.
Beautiful jab by Katsuya on that back foot. And this is the fight Katsuya needs to be in. High guard with the jab. He doesn't need to do anything fancy on the inside. Wrap up your opponent like an octopus and then get out of dodge and dance with the jab.
That right hand much easier to land when Witchett's coming forward. Witchett, when he's on the spot, he can slip, and that right hand misses him. But when he's got to come forward, Katsuya has much more success landing that right hand.
And look, Witchett has a great left hook. It's a beautiful left hook. He's got to jab down to the body, right hand to the body, and try and bring the guard down off Katsuya, and then throw that left hook upstairs. Is Katsuya too wise to it? To me, Katsuya knows all he has to do is stay away from this. Keep dancing around, but Katsuya's still going forward ever so slightly. Katsuya doesn't need to do it.
Good movement there from Katsuya. Locking the clinch, will he try by time? Back on the outside with that jab. He's not moving backwards, he's just on the outside. Good stepping backwards there. Good timing by Katsuya.
Yeah, I do love the timing of Katsuya. And look, he's holding his opponent where he is. A lot of you watching right now might be wondering, why is Witchett not engaging? It's because he's so used to Katsuya coming forward when he holds his shoulders forward that Witchett expects him to come forward. Katsuya is aware of this, and a great left hook as well. But Witchett does slip. Jumping left hook by both of these fighters.
Katsuya complains of a head clash there, but it was a good left hook, good jab by Katsuya. Just counting down the clock now. We've got 1 minute left until someone is crowned the new WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight Champion.
I love the jabs by Katsuya, dancing away, but these jabs are landing clean. You see the head being knocked back, and now less than a minute for Witchett to try and do something spectacular. He's had success with these big shots upstairs. He's had moments where it looks like he had Katsuya hurt, but he's never followed it up. He needs to do something spectacular here now. I mean, credit to Katsuya as well. Katsuya still bringing the fight to the man that he is beating.
Yeah, Katsuya in the lead, but still coming forward, still exchanging there. He's still got something left in the tank. 20 seconds left of this 10th round.
I mean, look, when you tune in for a title fight, this is what you want to see. You want to see two fighters fighting like they need to win the final round. Katsuya is already winning this fight. 10 seconds to go, and I think Katsuya is going to dance away with this belt right now. He check hooks him, but it looks like Witchett got something through. And there it is, folks. The end. of the 10th and final round. I mean, we know in theory who's supposed to win. Here's some action replays. We see Katsuya dancing back with a jab and then wrapping his opponent up. The perfect game plan. Jab and grab. Jab and grab, and that's exactly what he needed to do. But then there was moments where he took the fight to his opponent and he was fighting him on the inside when he didn't need
come up
to.
into the ring and give the
And now we're going to take it over
winner.
to Mr. Peter Denman for the official announcement. Folks, thank you for joining us here. We'll go to the official announcement in just a moment. My name is Jimmy and I was joined by Ollie. Thank you for being here, Ollie.
Thank you for having me. I very much enjoyed myself.
All right, folks, we will see you here once again on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. There will be another show here at Mini Boxing Stadium. Be ready to tune in for that. And as you saw, FCC will have an event in January. We will see you at the next one. Sawadee krab.
Ladies and gentlemen, judge number 1, Judge Tanadon Euberg, scores it 94-95. Judge number 2, Ratchakon Darapan, scores it 94-95. And the third judge, Supap Bunrod, scores it 93-96. And your winner, by way of unanimous decision, and the new WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight Champion, fighting out of the red corner, Katsuya Murakami.
Katsuya Murakami is the winner of the fight. A very close one. We already knew he was winning on the live scoring, but there was a slight moment where we just wasn't sure. Great event, and we'll see you at the next one on Boxing Day.
Where legends collide, victory or despair rests in their skin. Only one will stand to claim the win. Showdown, showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, showdown, fight for one last fight. Champion dreams written in blood and tears. Showdown, showdown, face all your fears. Face all your fears. Face all your fears. Face all
Katsuya, congratulations, you are now the champion. How do you feel? Do you have a message for your Japanese fans supporting you?
Thank you! 日本の皆さん、ちょっと全然ダメでしたけど、なんとか勝つことができました。ありがとうございます。
Superachi, arigatou gozaimasu. Hey, please give him a round of applause. He is the new WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight Champion from Japan, Katsuya Murakami. วันนี้ก็ต้องขอขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์นะครับ We have to thank our sponsors from the ABF Mr. นริศสิงห์วังชาพ่อพระวงการมวยนะครับแล้วก็ต้องขอขอบคุณจาก Twin Special นะครับคุณนริศว่องประเสริฐการนะครับผมแล้วก็ต้องขอขอบคุณเชอเอมยาดมสมุนไพรด้วยครับแล้วก็ต้องขอขอบคุณสนามมวยลุมพินีนะครับลุมพินี Boxing Stadium แล้วก็ต้องขอขอบคุณ FCC Fight Club Championship Thailand ครับ Guys did you enjoy the show สนุกไหมครับวันนี้ไว้เจอกันใหม่รอบหน้านะครับผมปีเตอร์เดนแมนขอตัวลาไปก่อนนะครับผมสวัสดีครับ
Showdown, showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, showdown, fight for one last fight. Champion dreams written in blood and tears. Showdown, showdown, face all your fears. Lungs gasping, air filled with rage. Bear the scars of the unholy cage. Flesh and bone echoing the flame. Both born to fight for more than just a name. In the ring lies a battered pride. Silent moments where legends collide. Victory or despair rests in their skin. Only one will stand to claim the win. Showdown, showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, showdown, fight for one last fight. Champion dreams written in blood and tears. Showdown, showdown, face all your fears. 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 Showdown, showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, showdown, fight for one last fight. Champion dreams written in blood and tears. Showdown, showdown, face all your fears. All your fears. Eyes like this, take a breath from the storm. Blood on the canvas, hearts more than torn. Battle-free bodies clash in eternal fight. Survivor's glory burns in the fading light. Through the pain, through the sweat, through the screams, hunter and prey inside the violent dreams. One step closer, the other to fall. Rise from the ashes, breaking the wall. Showdown, showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, showdown, fight for one last fight. Champion dreams written in blood and tears. Showdown, showdown, face all your fears. Lungs gasping, air filled with rage. Bear the scars of the unholy cage. Flesh and bone echoing the flame. Both born to fight for more than just a name. In the ring lies a battered pride. Silent moments where legends collide. Victory or despair rests in their skin. Only one will stand to claim the win. Showdown, showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, showdown, fight for one last fight. Champion dreams written in blood and tears. Showdown, showdown, face all your fears. 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 Showdown, showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, showdown, fight for one last fight. Champion dreams written in blood and tears. Showdown, showdown, face all your fears. All your fears.